It happened fairly miraculous recovery. Baby was fine. Then she
yeah. Welcome to the pussification of America. Way to go, Trump! America is pussified, 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 pussified. Yeah, I'm going back. I'm basically watching SmackDown. SmackDown. I'm watching SmackDown, dog. I'm watching SmackDown. I missed it. I'm sorry, but I had a lot on my mind, and I was like fed up with the world because you all know why, but I can't say why because, well, I'm gonna say it. You can't say what I want to say because, well, the CK. If I say something either good or bad about him, I might get my channel taken down. Because MAGAs are the SJWs that they say the left was. Yeah, I said it, motherfuckers. The far right are the SJWs will kiss your ass. Yeah, Nancy's ugly ass is basically being the top bitch for Donald Trump right now in the name of CK. So yeah, Nancy's bitch ass is like, full on, I'm gonna suck the orange man dick, so I'm gonna make it hard for all you left-wing motherfuckers who want to push your amended right to say what you want about either side of what happened this week. You can't anymore because America, the whole Bill of Rights and independent stuff, well, we might as well wipe our ass with that shit because it's garbage. No, I'm serious. Everything you learn in school is garbage. So I'm like, why even have schools, motherfuckers? No, I'm serious. Because if you think about it, teachers gonna get fired for what they say in school. So I'm like, why even have fucking schools, motherfuckers? Yeah, I said it, motherfuckers. Why have schools? Why? Why have anything? Why believe in anything? America shit. It's all fucking lies and bullshit now. So why fucking have school for your kids? They're not gonna learn shit. Because the far right are a bunch of dumbass, bitch ass motherfuckers is gonna make up something to learn. So why even have schools? Why have schools? Why give a fuck about anything? No, I'm fucking serious. What is there to give a fuck about in America right now? No, I'm serious. What is there to believe in? God? I'm sorry, what is God? What's God? Because the only God you want me to believe in is Jesus Christ. And I'm like, motherfucker, if I truly believe in Jesus Christ, I shouldn't give a fuck about the guy. No, I'm serious. If I was really going to celebrate the word of God, he would tell me to not to even give a fuck about any of y'all's motherfuckers. No, I'm fucking serious. Think about it, motherfuckers. Because your God was not a glorious, righteous motherfucker, wasn't he? I'm just saying, your God was not that righteous motherfucker. And then all you guys who are gonna look up to this motherfucker, y'all ain't gonna get laid, dog. Y'all ain't gonna get no wet ass pussy. Because the only type of wet ass pussy you're gonna get is some dumb whores. You might as well get some dumb whores who are so fucking retarded that they okay with you taking advantage of their asses because they're a bunch of fucking whores. Yeah, I said it. Every far right lady in that community is a bunch of fucking dumbass whores. Yeah, I said it, ladies. Y'all's a bunch of whores. Y'all's a bunch of dumbass whores who all can go fuck yourself because you ruined everything for all the legit women out there who want to be a legit anything. Because you gotta be a fucking whore and suck a fucking dick, right, ladies? You gotta suck a dick, ladies. You gotta suck that dick. Because your body, my choice, bitches. Because that's what Trump America's all about, motherfucker. While we're dealing with that, we gotta get rid of all these immigrants, aka all these Latino motherfuckers. Yeah, I said you Latin motherfuckers. Anyone who's not a rightful American citizen, get the fuck out of my country. It's not me saying that. It's Donald Trump saying it, motherfucker. None of y'all fucking matters, motherfuckers. None of you fucking matter. None of you fucking matter. There's nothing to believe in anymore, motherfucker. Up is down, down is up, motherfucker. America's garbage. It's fucking garbage. There's nothing to believe in. Because these motherfuckers in the church community is going out of their way to get rid of people they hate. Because, like, whoa, you can't say nothing, dog. We're the cancel culture police. We're going to cancel your ass. You're going to lose your job because you said something bad about the guy we like. It's like, motherfucker, y'all became what y'all said the left was, motherfucker. Y'all gonna cancel motherfucker for having a different opinion, y'all, because y'all's a bunch of pussy ass motherfuckers. Yeah, I said it. All you chuds are a piece of shit. Yeah, I said it. Y'all's content suck. All y'all content sucks balls, man. Everything that's happened in America is because of y'all. Okay? I'm just saying, everything that happened this week to anybody is because of y'all's narrative. Okay? I'm just saying, everything you believe in led to what happened at that certain area to that certain person. Because the person that did it wasn't a minority or immigrant or a trans person. No, it was a Christian, red hat, cracker ass motherfucker who did it. But who is the motherfuckers who getting the most damage right now is not one of y'all, it's one of us. It's someone like me. It's always gonna be the left that has to deal with y'all's bullshit. No, we all gotta suffer because MAGAs are a bunch of pussy ass, bitch ass motherfuckers in America right now. We all gotta suffer. We all gotta watch what we say now because MAGAs are a bunch of pussy ass motherfuckers that can go fuck their asses sideways. Because I don't give a fuck anymore. Because why should I? But I have to watch what I say now. Because y'all's a bunch of SJW motherfuckers. Fuck all you. There you go. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, motherfuckers. I'm just saying. Hey, here's Hill's our course take on the SmackDown. Which is a reasonable thing to do, and he took advantage of her and still fighting. God, I hate this country.
This might actually be legal. This might be some weird loophole, but it's definitely immoral. And honestly, the Jim Up said that she had.
Fuck America! Yeah, but he comes back as Ron Killigan, but they're not going to do nothing with Ron Killigan, but he comes back as R-Truth, and he continues sucking John Cena's dick. Because you can't have a black man be as big as the white man as a rapper, so you got to make him, you kind of got to tease like you're going to do something with Ron Killigan as Ron Killigan, but he can't be Ron Killigan, you got to be R-Truth because, well, that's his name in the WE. That's his slave name. That's his slave name in WWE. And it's almost like how Nikki Bella on Raw is only where she is because she sucked John Cena's dick, just like how Ron Killigan as R-Truth got to suck John Cena's dick because that's all he is the truth will set you free. What's up? What's up? What's up? I was like, I like the R-Truth character, but I was also into the Ron Killigan motherfucker because he could have done a lot more as Ron Killigan than R-Truth, but you gotta realize, son, we live in Trump America, so this nigga gotta be like R-Truth for life because that's what they like about him, having a black man shuffle and jive and do the whole shuffle and jive shit because that's all we good for is shuffle and jive for the white man because you can't have the black man be a successful in life because the white man gotta be all on top again. Yee-haw! Yeah, get it good. It makes sense if you're sucking Donald Trump's dick. Okay, dog? It makes sense if you're sucking Donald Trump's dick. That's why we got to do the World Collide show with AAA. It's because Triple H is sucking Donald Trump's dick, and he gets to do all that stuff, knowing that half those superstars in that show you saw that they did today can't come to this country because they don't have a green card. It's gonna be hard to get a green card because, senor, we don't allow foreigners on American land, senor. What? I'm not the motherfucker that made that a thing. Y'all did, you MAGA motherfuckers. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed Worlds Collide because half of those wrestlers you saw there can't come to this country because of Donald Trump, you dumbasses. And you have no one to blame but your damn self, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I said it, you motherfucker. Hell, it was probably hard for half the wrestlers on WWE product to even step foot in America. No, I'm serious. Think about it. It was probably hard for half of those superstars that Triple H signed from AAA to even come to this fucking piece of shit country or ours, motherfuckers. I'm not the one making the rules, asshole. That's what Donald Trump did. So yeah, all those new superstars that Triple H signed had to literally suck Donald Trump's dick to come to this country because ICE would arrest their asses. What? I'm just speaking the truth, motherfuckers. I'm speaking the truth. So yeah, unless you're a white man, you ain't gonna get no free card in a Trump America anymore, motherfucker, because you always gotta bow down to the white man because the white man's a piece of shit. What, motherfuckers? Y'all made that the thing, asshole. So yeah, that's why everything sucks right now because the white man's a bitch. Nothing. He's not doing nothing because he was Ron Killigan. He was in another company like, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. AEW, he'd be a top star right now. No, I'm serious. Ron Killigan would be a icon in AEW, but the new deal with maybe Warner Brothers and Paramount gonna erase AEW because WWE sucked Donald Trump's dick and they got the power to do all that shit, and now they're gonna erase AEW. So yeah, this is why this company sucks balls because they think that the bee's knees when it comes to wrestling. It's like literally Triple H's ego's writing a check that his cracker ass can't handle. because he fucking sucks. So yeah, so that the only company left is gonna be WWE, and that's gonna be lackluster shit forever, ever. I am too, because it's just a rehash of the original Bloodline, but with Solo Sikoa, who's a ripoff of Samoa Joe. No, I'm serious. That's what Solo Sikoa is. He's a wannabe Samoa Joe. Everything he doing, Samoa Joe did in TNA back in the day. No, I'm seriously. His whole look is a ripoff of Samoa Joe. He's a wannabe Samoa Joe, everybody. He's a wannabe Samoa Joe. And it's kind of funny because Samoa Joe is doing better in AEW than he's doing in WWE. Oh yeah, it's like his whole promo is replace Solo Sikoa with Roman Reigns. It's the same promo. No, I'm literally saying that, people. Replace Solo Sikoa with Roman Reigns. It's the same dialogue. It's the same fucking dialogue. It's literally the same if he was Roman Reigns. That's the problem with this faction. It's a ripoff of what the original Bloodline was with Roman Reigns. That's all it is. It's basically just that. He's a wannabe Roman Reigns that is a wannabe Samoa Joe. That's it. They have no idea what to do with Solo Sikoa as a wrestler. He's just a wannabe Samoan who has to be just like the other Samoans. That's what the white man does. He doesn't have no idea what to do with minorities. They just do the exact same thing with us. Rinse and repeat the same prototype narrative you do with minorities. Because that's what they do, dog. They take something from the past and make it new again because it's all about member berries. This is what Trump America is all about, dog. Member berries, dog. You don't do nothing new. You got to do the same old song and dance. They got nothing original about them. You mean Jacob Batu back when he was in the Independence? You like the Jacob Batu when he came from the Independence before he got all modernized and became all got that WWE logo on his ass, and now he has to be like everybody else in the company. I'm just saying that's what you're talking about. You like Jacob Batu from the Independence when he first came up. Now he's just another bitch. He's just another Samoan bitch in WWE. Okay, so I'm just saying because basically look at Samoa Joe when he was in WWE and look at Samoa Joe in AEW. Different, right? Fresh and new to a point that he got a TV deal with Peacock where he plays Sweet Tooth and Twisted Metal. So yeah, it's a lot different in other companies that isn't WWE. Yes, sweetheart. I know the white man's is going back to basics and teaching us it's okay to be a slave because that's what us minorities are, slaves, dog. We all handcuffed to the white man now because that's the norm. Yeah, wasn't he on Raw and now he's back on SmackDown doing this shit? Well, they did it with the NWA back in the day in WCW. So it's like, yeah, they're gonna do it again in WWE with the bloodline. Add more motherfuckers that doesn't make sense to be in the bloodline, but they in. I'm just saying that one motherfucker's Latino. He ain't no Samoan. No, I'm serious. He's fucking Latino. He ain't no fucking Samoan. I'm like, what? How does that make sense to have a Latino motherfucker in a faction that's supposed to be all bloodline, aka Samoan? Oh, because he kind of looks Samoan, he is Samoan? That is racist, Triple H. That is fucking racist. That's what's wrong with MAGA. That is fucking racist. I'm just saying it's fucking racist. Dude, you don't even have to be Samoan to be in the bloodline anymore. Yeah, Sami Zayn, that was a kind of a bloodline member when it was Roman Reigns. Now you got that one dude who's Latino in the bloodline. He's not Samoan. It's like, motherfucker, Triple H doesn't care. Donald Trump doesn't care. It's all about the money, dog. You don't have to be Samoan. You don't fucking have to be Samoan to join the bloodline. It doesn't make sense, but this is Trump America, motherfucker. It doesn't have to make sense because fuck you. That's Trump America. Shit goes. You really think they're gonna give Jacob Fatu a push like that? They could, I'm hoping, but we all know they're not. I'm just saying they could, but I don't know. Oh, Amber Fire. Yeah, it's like they ain't doing nothing with Amber Fire. It's like Stephanie Valdez is their token Latino AAA wrestler that set up that they're trying to promote that Worlds Collide show that they have after the show. Cause yeah, I'm just saying she's representing AAA. So she's a DI hire for AAA. I'm not saying I hate Stephanie Valdez. She's a great wrestler. I'm just saying she's a DI hire for the promotion of AAA. That's it. Yeah, it's almost like she should be in the Worlds Collide show and not on SmackDown. I'm just saying, it's like she should be on Worlds Collide and not SmackDown doing a dumb SmackDown show that's a piss match. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, dog. And we all know it's like, is they gonna put the title on her? Because Tiffany Stratus and Jade Carter, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about those two. It's like she's way too talented than those two bitches. No, I'm serious. She's way too talented than those two bitches. It's like whoever wins that match out of those two bitches is like she's got to water down her skill set for either Jade or Tiffany because she's way more talented than the both of those two bitches. So it's like, yeah, look forward to a just their championship match with her where she may or may not win the title. Well, it's because they couldn't put his wife with him. So they got uh D Rat, what's her face there, who was only a thing because of Swerve Strickland. No, I'm serious. Her little bitch ass was only a thing because of Swerve Strickland, who's now on AEW. So I'm like, why didn't she get fired? I'm like, whose dick she sucking? Because she's not really that good of a wrestler, dog. And the only reason she's with them is because they're ghetto, she's ghetto. There you go. She's there because her gimmick is ghetto. That's it. That's it. Because if you think about it, you could take her out and put his wife with him, and it makes more sense to have his wife with him and her. Because think about it, Bianca would make a better partner for them than her. Okay, think about it. Bianca would fit better with them than her. Okay, it's like literally, it should be Bianca Belair, not her. Yes, yes, they will. They always do that because yeah, your gimmick is the same as these motherfuckers' gimmick. There you go, sweetheart. You with them. Rinse and repeat the exact same booking they always do with all their minorities that are a bunch of ghetto ass characters in the WWE. Put the ghetto motherfuckers with the ghetto motherfucker, put the Samoans with the Samoans, and put the white ones with the white ones. Rinse and repeat, and then do a little switchy pool and have the Miz and Curtis Hayes come together, call the Miz whatever, because you can, because the audience is fucking retarded. I don't know, but it's like whatever. And also, this is the all to promote Worlds Collide because yeah, you got a bunch of luchador wrestlers fighting each other on SmackDown. The setup Worlds Collide. Yeah, because we all gotta suck the white man's dick now forever in Trump America. I'm just saying that's what's wrong with this country. We gotta suck the white man's dick, dog. We can't even say why because you get your channel, you get cancel culture on you. It is. Cuz bitch, it was easy. I love Taylor. I love Dare Taylor. You know why they did it is because this is why you don't barely see John Cena on the podcast of Peacemaker because of this show. No, I'm serious. He has to do WWE and DC at the same time. So that, there you go. You got John Cena here as John Cena the wrestler, but you get the best version of him on Peacemaker. So yeah, there you go.
For accusing me of these things and verbally abused you. And of course he did that. Of course, instead of saying sorry for those things, he was like, I'm going to accuse you of that. Well, why didn't you do that? Anyway, the context here is that there was a girl outside of the church thing that they were at. The girl was that you had. There was
We expecting Trump America, dumbass. Triple H don't have to do much because you get to pay twice as much to go to the shows now, dog. No, I'm serious. You gotta pay twice as much to go to these shows at WWE now. To these events, it's like the ticket prices up the ass because of terrorists. So yeah, you got this show, you got the WrestleMania in Persia, you got the WrestlePalooza show, you got all these other WWE events that you got to pay up the ass, and then you also got to pay up the ass for both Netflix, ESPN, and all the other shit to watch these shows. So yeah, it's all gonna cost American citizen up the ass because the white man's a piece of shit. It's all about it's all about the rich get richer, the poor get poor, motherfuckers. That's all it's all about. No one gives a fuck about your bitch ass. Because America is garbage. America died in 2024, America died in 2024, dog. Ever since the orange man got back in office, America's dead. American values is dead. It's like nothing. It's not a thing. You wipe your ass with it. Yeah, to a point that Triple H came out and tells you to go fuck yourself because he doesn't care anymore. No, I'm serious. Triple H just came out and said online and said, "Yeah, go fuck yourself. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I'm sucking Donald Trump's dick. I can say what the fuck I want." All about the game and how you play it. How you play it because America's garbage. Yeah, how you play it, motherfucker. How you play it. Does he? Does he really? Does Triple H really? Does Triple H really? As long as he sucked the president's dick, who's in the Hall of Fame in the WWE, he can do what the fuck he wants because he gets paid anyways. No, I'm fucking serious. He doesn't fucking care. He doesn't fucking care. His ugly ass, fake ass mother-in-law doesn't care. His fucking bitch ass wife doesn't care. So why should he care? No, I'm serious. It's like, motherfucker, he can do what the fuck he wants now because America's dog shit. What? What? You gonna go to Tony Khan? I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm just saying because of Triple H and Donald Trump, this is the only company that's a big time thing right now because they're going out of the way to ruin the company that's Cody Rhodes founded because Cody Rhodes turned his back on AEW a long time ago because he's a sellout. Y'all actually think this draft is gonna fix things in both shows? It's like, didn't they do that a long time ago with the first couple of drafts and nothing changed, dumbasses? No, I'm just saying, it's like they do this all the time. We're gonna put this superstar on this show and this show and this show, and nothing changed, dog. Nothing changed. And then you also got the fact that you're gonna have superstars coming from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, WWE, Access, AAA, Impact, whatever, your mom's ass. So it's like, yeah, what's gonna change? You got a W has a shitload of wrestlers that they don't know what to do with. Again, again. I don't know. I don't know because yeah, John Cena is coming out here promoting Peacemaker, and that's what the fans want. I'm just saying that's what y'all want. I'm not saying I'm against. I'm just saying that's what y'all want. I don't know heel acting. I agree with you. That's the problem. I agree with you, heel acting. The show sucked. So did Monday Night Raw. So did NXT. It's like Triple H sucks balls, dog. I agree. I agree with you, motherfucker. I agree with you. That's the problem. I agree with you. I agree with all you motherfuckers. I don't want to agree with you, but I have to agree with you because, yeah, you're right about it. It's like garbage. It's like literally net Monday Night Raw on Netflix is at a low. The ratings are low, and you have AJ Lee back. You have fucking AJ Lee back with her husband CM Punk, and no one's watching. I'm like, motherfucker, everybody was wishing for the return of AJ Lee, man. And you have John Cena's ex girlfriend there as well, Nikki Bella, who's garbage. No, I'm serious. Nikki Bella's garbage, dog. She ain't that good of a wrestler. It's like she's showing that she's only a thing because she's a thing because of AJ. No, I'm serious. Nikki Bella is only a thing because of AJ. As soon as AJ left the company back in the day, they made it about Nikki Bella, and that's all she was is the replacement of AJ. And everybody didn't like that. And now that AJ's back, is like, why should I give a fuck about Nikki Bella? No, I'm serious. Why should I give a fuck about Nikki Bella? Nikki Bella doing all this other stuff that no one cares about. And it's like, bitch, I don't care, Nikki. I'm all about AJ. Everybody's about AJ Lee, bitch. No one cares about your little bitch ass Nikki Bella. And that's the problem. Motherfucker, that's the problem. I'm like saying the shit that y'all don't want to be talking about, but I'm going to say the shit that y'all want me to talk about. Yeah, so all these dumbasses judges is gonna get everybody fired who says something nasty about Charlie here. So your gaming is gonna suck for a while because these dumbass Gamergate motherfuckers ruin your gaming shit. No, they literally ruin your gaming your world because you can't say nothing at all about Charlie. You can't say nothing bad about Charlie, though. You can't say nothing bad about Charlie. Because everything's evil now. Everything's evil now. So you can't really say nothing. You can't really say nothing anymore. So America is done. It's like garbage. America is pussified. It's like you can't say nothing. You can't really say anything. It's like, what's the point? What's the point? I'm like, literally, what's the point? It's America's garbage. It's like fucking garbage. The chuds one in America is garbage. It's like fucking garbage. It's like literally fucking garbage. It's like there's nothing interesting to talk about, dog. It's all fucking garbage. It's like fucking garbage, dog. Let me see. So yeah, let me see. It's all fucking garbage. Decide that the fandom is dead because y'all's bitch asses. You fucked up the fandom, you asshole. You motherfuckers ruined everything. You fuckers ruined everything. I hate all of you. I hate you chuds. I fucking do. I fucking hate the chuds. It's like, God damn, you suck. You people suck. You people suck ass. Now I have nothing to talk about. I really don't have nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. The world, America's garbage. Literally, I have nothing to talk about. I don't even know why I'm doing this live stream. It's like I can't say anything. Literally, you can't say anything. I don't know what to say. Literally, I don't know what to say. What I can and not say anymore. Y'all fucked up a lot. You fucked up this country, dog. You literally fuck America. There's nothing good about this country. I literally wipe my ass. You know what? Let's do something. Let's do something I always like doing. Let's watch my girl Dareware Dirge Cannon podcast because at least with that I could literally enjoy watching that. No, at least I can watch my girl Dare Taylor and her Dirge Cannon podcast. At least that's something. At least that's something. I wonder how long that's gonna last. I'm serious. I wonder how long that's gonna last before we can't do that anymore as well. No, I'm serious. You can't do any of the stuff they like doing. I'm like when their freedom gonna get taken away as well because of Donald Trump. I'm like literally, how long is it gonna take for cosplay is not a thing anymore because it's not Christian. It's not really Christian to be a cosplayer. Yeah, you got. We're gonna go full Charlie and get rid of all these good stuff because it's not Christian. It's not Christian, dog. So it's like I'm like wondering how long that's gonna last. For over a decade, and everyone. White girl white girl, you crazy, dear. You crazy cracker. You crazy white girl with your little hot ass. That's what I like about you, dear. That's what I like about your little cracker ass bitch. You know how to get me what I want, girl. You little cracker ass bitch. That's why you're my no, my girl. Oh, I hate America. Like,
To this girl, you treat me like this way. You see that? Right. Like,
yeah, we are. Yeah, Billy God.
I would rather people look
city after city. The national
the point is, no big music.
I get those points. I'm gonna lose my rights. I lose my career. I don't care. I'm just saying, it's like it's only a thing when it's white, but it's not a thing when it's any other race. It's only a thing when it's white. Because that's the only race that matters. White life matters.
That is set up for you and a trust for you kids. So you
Yeah, because MAGAs are the SJW that say we are. Okay, let's say that. MAGAs are the true SJWs. Y'all the true SJWs, motherfuckers. Y'all the true SJWs. Y'all the true SJW, motherfuckers. Stop acting like you're not, motherfucker. Y'all the SJW that fucked up America, motherfucker. All of this is a byproduct of y'all's culture war. We told y'all not to do it, but you didn't listen. Lizard titty. That's why I ain't say nothing. That's why I ain't make no video or nothing about it, because I knew something like this was gonna happen, because MAGAs are bitches.
And they probably believe that because they're also under his control. And they didn't have backup jobs, so they had to rely on that $80,000 for that lifetime NDA. And Joe says this isn't Matt's siblings' fault. They were just doing their best. They didn't want to sow contention among the brethren. But this is fucked up harassment campaign against your child. Because you won't give them the contract, and you know there's something fucked up in the contract. Why wouldn't you send it over?
Dirge Cannon.
Says you've got 24 hours.
This is why I hate Donald Trump and I hate Trump America. Everything's shit in Trump America. Therefore, everything I enjoy is dead. From my comic books to my entertainment to everything is garbage. Wow! Wow, it's like they really don't care about any of those motherfuckers.
Still, it was like instead of helping people, they're going to hurt contraceptives. They talk about how much each episode is, especially the specials. 50,000 for each 1 hour episode, 65,000 for a double episode.
Wow! Wow! Wow, ladies! I feel more sorry for y'all now than I ever was. Because Donald Trump is going to get rid of anything that makes y'all comfortable in life, because why not? Because Donald Trump's an asshole. So yeah, your body, my choice. It's like, god damn, Donald, you just literally gonna fuck half of America because the white man's a piece of shit. Yeah, it's like you really care about us. No, you don't. I feel sorry for you, ladies. I feel sorry for you, ladies. I feel sorry for you, because the only reason this happened is because the white man's a racist, sexist, transphobe, and it's the only way he knows how to do it is get revenge out on all of us for what he's lacking in his pants. Yeah, I said it, Donald. You got a little dick, Donald. You got a little dick, Donald. You got a little dick.
Wasn't until January when things are resolved, we got resolved, but all of the background documents they were missing from them. And our attorney had spent weeks going back and forth negotiating the process. We didn't sign an NDA or anything about it. And though we had to ask for what we felt was the true value of the restructure for the show, at least we had to recover what was owed to the girl had previously been recorded on contraceptives, abort fishing, as well as finding out if it's true. It's a clear sign of control over reproductive health. They've already shown what they're willing to do. Restrictive ban access, even at the cost of progress. The goal isn't health, control. And what starts with reproductive rights will never stop there. Trump administration just labeled things that you're doing. Lost choice. That's why Sean has this one. And it was definitely at the risk of her IBLP indoctrination. Then she started TV products. It was great. She wrote a new book. She wrote a book. She tried one of the which very, very similar. Here's the ones that I'll put up with. I'm so sure about that. And Jim Bob texted her, this is like 2019, he said you can't come over to the house unless I'm there.
Yeah, how much corn have you done, lady? How much corn? Because in Trump America, that's not, you can't do that anymore. So I'm like, how many of you girls in the Chuck community got to lose your job because you can't do your job anymore? No, I'm serious, especially you, that Star Wars girl. It's like you kind of get an old that Star Wars girl, and you already in a relationship. So I'm like, yeah, how can you do your job knowing that your old ass broad is not that attractive looking anymore, Anna? What? I'm just saying, Anna, you're not that very attractive looking, Anna. And Snarky J, how does it feel that your people gonna be target because y'all look like immigrants? You're Latino. Donald Trump doesn't care about your little bitch ass, Snarky J. You know what the funny thing is? I don't think we could do a Static Shark movie / cartoon show nowadays in Trump America. Because if you did, it would focus, it would be called a DI show because Static is all about what they hate about minorities. Virgil Talkins. You could not do a Static Shock show nowadays. Or movie, you could, but like I said before, it get labeled SJW because that's what Virgil Hawkins is. Basically, is all about all of that stuff that y'all hate about, stuff like that.
And she thinks it's because there was the same judge that did Josh's case. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, there's a lot of different people have to do a deposition for this lawsuit in 7 hours. The protection of this Bob being delivered in court, which is quite funny because it knows my acceptance of trying to have people. So I always think about that. And then, she felt justice was served. He was finally up in bars. She said, I felt sad too. Sad that Josh has become such a monster. She had to even with all the news as Josh has been given to King. He's thrown them away as he continued down a felt terrible way. Like the rest of the world, I was trying to see that like the walking was. It may not even be perfect. It only has from the reality of the TV is hurting. That's what this is. It is a fact. Then she talks about just kind of the aftermath, how even now people come up to her and are like, your parents are really nice, you should give them a chance. Yeah, of course you would say that. She said, the father whose child was engaged to be married to one of my siblings. Like this video you're watching right now is a transcript told me they wanted to hear my side of the story. He told me he didn't believe some of the things he had heard about their community, and he wanted to.
Yeah, it's like literally, I'm a minority. I could be taken down any second now for being a minority that's not sucking Donald Trump's dick right now. I'm just saying, America, I could be taken down off social media right now. Not for wearing a red hat saying "Make America Great Again" or Donald Trump was right shit. That's how bad this country is right now. I could be taken out right now and no one care. Hell, if I was Latino, I could be sent to a tournament camp because I'm a person of color. No, I'm serious. That could happen to me.
Kind of anticlimactic because he is not a good person. You don't have to forgive him. You're allowed to. This is what you do symbolize, and I'm sure that's fine. This is kind of like, go. This is the whole today. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sure had fun. Is it right here? That's something. But I'm sorry if you had to do any reading and something and sniffing and all that stuff. I apologize deeply. It just made me go, great. Great book. I wouldn't call it a tell all, I would call it a plus for it sure was. Definitely, he was coming out. People are reading it. This one is not hard to cook, so that's quite fun for me. But I do have to recommend it if you have. Thanks for watching. Make sure that the rest of the comments. If you smash that like and subscribe button. Check me out on social media. Check out my link tree. Keep an eye out for different things. I do have some projects coming up. Like I tell you like that. They're good. And yeah, on the Patreon or the YouTube channel membership for some fun extra stuff. Videos, Slave School, more Slave Street and Fire. Love you guys. We'll see you next week for I shit you not another Duggar episode, but it was already planned for this podcast. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Just
Wow! Wow, education's dead. Wow, wow, yeah, it's like fuck schools, dog. Fuck the schools.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I guess education, I guess everything I believe in was SJW, motherfuckers. I guess everything is SJW. Woke, I guess it was woke, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. That's what the white man wanted. You to have empathy. What? What? That's what you do wanted. No empathy. What's up, ladies? Read us. Oh, okay.
Necessarily care that he's no longer with us. That's horrible. He was a father.
Hey, Asmund, I hope you watch your back, Asmund Gold, because you're going to get your ass kicked, motherfucker. You're going to get your ass, all y'all chuds going to get your ass kicked. Because we all have to lose our job because y'all's a piece of shit. We're going to kick your asses, motherfucker. We're going to kick all your asses. No, that's what this is going to lead. An old-fashioned kicking all y'all chuds' asses, motherfucker. We're going to kick all y'all's motherfucking MAGA asses, motherfuckers. Because we're not going to be like that. No, we're going to do that. No, we're just going to kick y'all asses. All of you chuds deserve a good ass kicking. All of you. Because your job sucks ass. You all suck ass. You all suck ass. Everything bad happened to everybody because y'all's bitch asses. Oh, why? Why, motherfucker? We gotta lose our job because y'all some fucking motherfuckers. Oh no! Hell no! Shut your fucking mouth. I hate all of you chuds. I fucking do. I fucking hate all of you. I hate all you chuds. I hate all of you.
Correct, right? Because all these people did was never fucking tweet. Because I'm showing you guys the tweet. You're seeing the tweet right now. If you're saying they should never get a tweet, that's a period. And all of this, they should never get a tweet. You have to genocide of an entire group of people.
Yeah, they have. Motherfucker, these motherfucking chuds done worse. No, I'm serious. Every last one of you motherfuckers do worse on Twitter every chance you fucking get. How many times y'all put out a tweet harassing a person for being a person of color or a trans person? Every chance y'all's motherfuckers get. No, Cracker. No, you chuds. Y'all can't say what they did is wrong, but what y'all do is okay. Because y'all harass motherfuckers every chance you'll get on every one of y'all's platform every day. Motherfucker. Every one of you chuds attack a person every chance you motherfuckers get. Y'all's the motherfuckers the wrong here, motherfucker. All of you motherfuckers in the chud community are the bad guys. Y'all the bad guys. Y'all deserve to get your asses kicked. No, I don't feel shit for any of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all deserve to get your asses kicked. Y'all motherfuckers deserve to get your ass kicked. All you chuds deserve to get your ass kicked because you're literally saying people have to lose their jobs for saying what y'all say about them, about the person that y'all lost. So it's like, okay, when y'all do it, but when they do it, they gotta lose their entire career and livelihood. That is some bullshit right there, motherfuckers. That is some bullshit. That is some bullshit, man. That is some fucking bullshit because it's double standard. It's fucking double standards. It's fucking double standard. Because none of y'all gonna stop what y'all doing, but y'all want us to stop what we doing because y'all's a bunch of bitches. Y'all, you chuds are a bunch of bitches, man. Y'all all suck. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck off. Is that a flute?
On the left, the solution here is class solidarity. We're not divided from the left to the right, from the bottom to the top. Great. Sounds awesome and everything. Only a few problems with that. For decades, we have had politicians like Joe Biden who said, you know what we need to do? We need to reach across the aisle and shake the hand.
I hate America. I fucking do.
How has that worked out for us over the last 50, 60 years? All we have repeatedly done by trying to meet them in the middle is to shift you over to the further and further to the right. And the winners, they don't want class solidarity. They don't want any solidarity with us. They've proved that over and over to us through the years. We've spent the better part of a decade.
Of course they sold out.
Light in our misery. They just want to form the lines. They could engineer to help us get a pay. Now they're can't make life harder for women, LGBT community, people with brown skin. They would rather let the country burn to the ground rather than sit next to somebody who doesn't look like them or look like them. And there are a lot of them that have not learned their lesson at all. They do not regret their vote. In fact, they think that Trump still has their best interest at heart. All these farmers that say that they're losing their farms now, they're not saying, man, I really wish I would have voted for Kamala. You know, they're going, please, Trump, you said you were going to help us. You said you were going to be in our corner. You know, help us out, please. We need that socialism. All them browns. Give it to your people. You know what I mean? No, I don't really want to reach across the aisle or have that solidarity with a bunch of people who are propping up a felon against this group.
Your cherry picking clips that you have selected, we're going to watch out of hundreds and hundreds of clips of them. You have cherry picked the clips that you want to talk shit about. So I'm sure there's other interviews, because I've seen them, where they talk about things that are not daddy or any of this other stuff.
I'm at a point I want to kick someone's ass, dog. I'm at a point I want to kick someone's ass. I'm sorry, I want to kick someone's ass. I was all about friendship and brotherhood, but y'all's motherfucker took that away from me, so I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm sorry, I want to kick y'all's motherfucker ass.
But you decided you need to be you're cherry picking clips, meaning that you have selected what you're going to watch out of hundreds and hundreds of clips of them. You have cherry picked the clips that you want to talk shit about. So I'm sure there's other interviews, because I've seen them, where they talk about things that are not daddy or any of this other stuff. But you've decided that you need to be an Eric you. You're cherry picking the clips, meaning that you have selected what you're going to watch out of hundreds and hundreds of clips of them. You have cherry picked the clips that you want to talk shit about. So I'm sure there's other interviews, because I've seen them, where they talk about things that are not daddy or any of this other stuff. But you've decided that you need to paint an Eric by you. You're cherry picking clips, meaning that you have selected what we're going to watch out of hundreds and hundreds of clips of them. You have cherry picked the clips that you want to talk shit about. So I'm sure there's other interviews, because I've seen them, where they talk about things that are not daddy or any of this other stuff. But you've decided that you need to paint an Eric by you. You're cherry picking clips, meaning that you have selected what we're going to watch out of hundreds and hundreds of clips of them. You have cherry picked the clips that you want to talk shit about. So I'm sure there's other interviews, because I've seen them, talk about things that are not daddy or any of this other stuff. But you've decided that you need to paint an Eric by you. You're cherry picking clips, meaning that you have selected.
God, I need a vacation. I need a fucking vacation. I need a fucking vacation from America. But you know why? You know why I can't go nowhere? Because you can't leave this fucking country. Shit, you can't leave this fucking country, man.
All right, today upon Wicked God, it was a really, really cool title. This time is wasted on a media.
At least you did. Look, I didn't have Dana White, Netflix, and the Saudis team up for a super fight or 2025. And he's right. Those are.
Introducing Walmart new spicy jalapeno wrap. Taste and pick it up the flavor of your favorite hoagies, wraps, sandwiches, and more. It's the full twist. You get no.
When I got this for the accidentally ordered a large instead of a medium, and I was like, from Ariana Grande. No, obviously, but I just,
Wow, you know what's probably gonna be next after they got rid of the Red Hood comic, the DC Pride Month comic, Marvel Voice comics, and all those other comics that represent other people that are not
to be a
white.
good creative in any field, really, you have to be a good critic in that field first. And this is the discussion with film, animes, books, music, YouTube videos. You have to be able to dissect it and know what does and doesn't work. Now, that said, being a good critic does not automatically make you a good creator, but it's a necessary first step in the process. If you don't understand what works and what doesn't, then you can't understand how to make something good. Which brings me to Will Jordan, aka the Critical Drinker. He is best known for being a movie critic, please don't put this on that, here on YouTube, and he's not very good at it. So when I heard that he has a whole series of published spy thrillers, I figured I should check it out one of these days because it's by a guy who doesn't really understand how a story works, so it probably has some good product for mockery. And spoiler alert, I was correct. It does have some good product for mockery. Now, Redemption is the first book in the Ryan Drake series. It's about a man named Ryan Drake who used to be a soldier in the British Special Service, the SAS, the British Special Forces, and now he works for the CIA here in America. That's weird. The reasons why he works for the CIA are never made super clear. Like, it's hinted that the sequels are going to explain in more detail, but it's not explained either. And maybe the explanation does make sense, maybe it doesn't. It is kind of weird because the CIA is probably a little hesitant about directly having foreigners work for them, but sure, whatever. Now, Ryan Drake is tasked with working the CIA after out of prison, and then he can spiral out of control from there, which forces him to go on the run. There are a lot of problems with Redemption, as you can tell by the many main paths that have there. To go into early, the plot meanders for long stretches of time is very little happening. Most of those chapters will be just to repeat what we learned in the last chapter. I'm not making that up. Most of the chapters will do that. There's a bunch of stupid nonsense in here. That's what I can describe it. Just like people getting shot and there's no effect on it. Or there's an explosion right nearby and people are okay. Like that. It's not just unrealistic, it's just stupid. And the action scenes are just Uncle Phil from Beowulf.
I'm not very proud of it from Bolin. What was like,
not to mention it's on God's correct side. You can see here, this is a pretty book. It's pretty cool. You got 550 pages, which is obvious. There may be 3 years worth of story here. And for a thriller, which is a genre that's like fast-paced and exciting by its very nature, that's an even bigger sin than it would be for something else, like say for romance or science fiction. And all those things are bad. They were all fun with this book. But you know the biggest problem? It's boring. Oh my god, it's boring. This is a book about spies and terrorists and gunfights and explosions and prison breaks and international conspiracies. And I could not stay awake while reading.
Literally, I literally fell asleep twice while reading this thing. And it's not the worst book ever. It does have a few things in here that kind of work.
Yeah, I said I don't give a fuck about America. No books.
But it never goes wrong. Like, this is a bloated mess that I couldn't bring myself to care about in the slightest. It's not the worst YouTuber book I've ever read, by any means at all. It's probably the most boring. You know, there's stuff in here like plot holes and flat characters and things like that. Those are all bad and annoying, sure, but mostly I just couldn't care. The book didn't even try to make me care. That's the thing. It barely tried to do anything well. And spoilers ahead, but, you know, trust me, there's nothing like reading this book here. So if you do want to read it, I don't recommend it, and spoilers are far. No, you don't know. So, as we know, Elysion, the famous YouTuber, infamous WWE YouTuber, has a trilogy of books, and those have been endlessly mocked here on YouTube and elsewhere across the internet. And back when that was really big and going on a lot, like in 2018, I guess, I saw a few people cry about how people only mocked his books because they didn't like him. And those people were mostly laughed at as they deserve to be laughed at. Because those books are terrible no matter who wrote them. The fact that the guy who wrote them is a crazy asshole doesn't make much difference. Those aren't mutually exclusive, but they're awful, and they're these ones. So keep that in mind as we go forward, because ever since I announced that I was covering this book, I've gotten people crying about buying this book projecting my dislike of this guy onto his work, which is obviously elite secret, and those people are really, really stupid. Like, they're incapable of doing criticism of their favorite fucking head on YouTube. So, if you see comments saying, well, crying about how I really need to point out that real Jordan understands historically on the criticisms. Like, there's going to be several podcasts, live streams, or fully thought out rant videos speaking about everything I say here. A lot of them are going to edit me to listen to what I say, or they're going to pause and use sentence to argue with people. Fans are going to treat it like they're annoying, but they're in a word. Like, it's not that I'm going to believe in this, but even if it's completely just wrong, that Disney movies don't line up with his political beliefs. And if you don't believe me, he's said it before, but he tried really, really hard to push a movie called The Sound of Freedom, which is a movie made by sexual predators about the real-life adventures of a different sexual predator. And he tries to say it's a good movie just because he agrees with the message. I'm not even exaggerating.
You're saying that what a movie is about is something that you should have no qualms about supporting? That merely the subject matter is something that you should support? That's insane! That's insane! Oh, a movie's about child sex trafficking, therefore you should have no qualms about supporting it? Because what it's about, not about the filmmaking? You person talking about films?
By that logic, filming himself taking a shit for 2 hours, and then at the very end of that 2-hour film, just have a message on screen saying child sex trafficking is bad, and it would be a good movie. Like, here's the message, therefore.
Yeah, it's like Oh, you're gonna force it, the motherfucking crap on us. No, y'all are forcing us to like a motherfucker that we don't get, that a motherfucker don't want us to give a fuck about because of y'all's agendas. It's like, motherfucker, I don't have to do anything. It's called America in the fucking first place, motherfucker. Call fucking America in the fucking first place. But I guess I gotta give up my freedom and then celebrate a guy that gave no fucks about anyone I gotta give a fuck about. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. No, I'm serious. Fuck all you. I feel for his family and stuff, but I don't have to celebrate shit. I don't have to celebrate shit. Because why we gotta celebrate this motherfucker, but the LGBT community can't celebrate their pride, but I can't. It's like wrong when we celebrate something Black History Month, motherfucker. No, I'm serious. It's like literally, it's like y'all ain't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter, motherfuckers. Oh, but I'm supposed to get up here and like celebrate something. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Transparent money-making scheme is a transparent money-making scheme. Is clearly a pedophile. You haven't heard my voice for a while, but hello again. That kind of thing doesn't even count all these political movies that Will Jordan twists and trying to claim that they're pushing an agenda. And if he can't make it look like it's pushing an agenda, he will just lie about it. Like in a video he made about Star Trek Picard, which I don't have strong feelings on that show, but he claims that the show is trying to emasculate Picard when Picard is literally meant to be the hero in the scene that he has shown.
It's the epitome of the thinking man's hero. We were just a frail old man. We need to be put firmly in his place for someone to break our laws. Yeah, that's just the ideas about your statement, Sean Luke.
It was a choice between allowing the Federation to impose or letting them release the Federation. They absolutely do.
From this scene in Picard, we see his plan being utterly rejected by the Admiral, but wants to sympathize with Picard. One of the themes of the first season of Picard is how Starfleet as an institution has abandoned its principles. Therefore, this reading of Picard is not really engaging with the series at all. It's just using it as a tool to reinforce a narrative that media is telling society that men should be subservient to them.
In a video he made about the Barbie movie, he claims that the movie is trying to show that all men are evil, but that's not in the same universe as what happened.
Well, the jobs are done by the Barbies, and the things just kind of exist. They've got no inherent value, they can pretty nothing, they have no power or say in how their society is run, and they're basically looked down on because silly and irrelevant by the Barbies. Oh my goodness. People like this definitely trying to see us for their views on men.
Yeah, they're literally getting rid of a lot of people that doesn't agree with their bullshit white agenda. I'm serious. Like we got a bunch of us got to lose our livelihood because the white man's a bitch. No, I'm serious. In America right now, if you say something bad about this certain white man, you gotta lose your job and shit. That's how fucking retarded and how pussified America is right now. Pussified.
A lot of parents will be guilty of taking their daughters around to watch this movie, probably expecting to pick a 3D colorful movie that was
It is a Barbie movie, dog.
You know what pisses me off? These are all these white guys just showing up. Well, you know what's the nice about showing to the pictures? Stallions do look like pictures. Barbie eventually finds some kid who plays with her, who turns out to be a handful of functions that feminist. So I think the movie wants to get
yeah, I'm seeing it, sweetheart. I'm seeing it, sweetheart.
Or how when he released a video about the House of the Dragon trailer, he claimed no one cared about the show. And then when it came out and it was very popular in real life, he changed the video title and refused to acknowledge his original take. This guy will only ever tell his audience what they demand to hear. And as a critic myself, I find that remarkably sad. Like, you guys might disagree with what I say, but if you believes what I say matches what I think. You know, I got a lot of hate a couple months ago for this guy from Baldur's Gate 3, but I wasn't paid to say I hate it. I didn't say it to get a lot of attention. That video didn't do super well. I just hated it. Will Jordan
So all y'all gonna get your ass kicked because y'all gonna continue the guy's agenda. Okay. I hope y'all watch y'all backs, motherfucker, because we're gonna kick y'all asses, man. We're gonna kick y'all asses. No, I'm serious. All you chuds, we're gonna kick y'all asses. Hey, y'all gonna attack us. We're gonna attack you right back, motherfucker. No, I'm just saying what goes around goes around, motherfucker.
It's not on par with the mid-2000s classics like Dodgeball, Anchorman, and Tropic Thunder that it seems to want to emulate. This movie is very much a rough one. It's reinforcing just in terms of a company that's still finding its feet as a movie studio.
For anyone familiar with this movie, which yes, I have watched, the term rock gem is incredibly charitable.
Don't worry, though. I'm sure he's not being paid to push those movies or push any specific political viewpoints. Now, I could go on for a while because basically every critical drinker video is exactly like this. Like, the quality of film doesn't matter to him, and it never has. Like, all of his content is 100% there to try and feed into culture war nonsense. Like, he gets offended for a living. You know, he's like a Nita Sarkeesian for Nectar. So, granted, there's a lot of Nita Sarkeesian for Nectar, but that's what he is. You know, that's why I don't like the guy very much. And I like overall this people spinning the book for a reason. Because it's not just that the background lends important context to this book. It's that I don't like Will Jordan. And
I'm just saying, there's a bunch of y'all that did that as well, motherfuckers. No, I'm just saying, there's a bunch of right-wing motherfuckers got caught doing that exact same thing. I'm just saying, motherfucker. I'm just saying, motherfucker. I'm just saying.
And that's why a lot of people are going to try and project all that onto me. But the thing is, in spite of all that, his book was just kind of on the back burner for me.
Blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah.
But the thing that finally...
But did he say that? You don't want to know.
A while ago.
Dude, CK.
When the Writers Guild of America was on strike, he publicly mocked one of them for wanting to be paid a decent wage.
So we live in a pussified America right now. We live in a pussified America. White girl, you're awesome, Taylor. You're awesome, Taylor.
Yeah, obviously the spectrum could be anywhere in there with an estimate, but in my personal experience, it's usually near the high end of that spectrum. And the Social Blade estimate does not include things like super chats or YouTube channel memberships. It also doesn't include Patreon, which his page brings in approximately $39,768 per year. At least it did a few months ago, and you see how much his page brought in. Now it's a secret for some reason. It also does not include how much he makes from his other channels, like the Critical Gamer,
yep.
Several others.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm supposed to celebrate a guy who doesn't give a fuck about half of America who's not straight white dudes. I'm against violence. I'm just saying. I'm not for bigotry. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not for bigotry, dog. I'm not for bigotry. How is this motherfucker Martin Luther King? I'm still trying to justify that one, dog. How is this motherfucker Martin Luther King? I'm like, oh, because he's white. Oh, because he's white. Okay, I get it. I get it. White privilege.
Chilling and talking about movies. But if you jump on the right-wing drifting train, it's actually very, very lucrative. Hello again to the EFAP crew. You guys got really defensive about that and spent the last 20 minutes refuting me. Seeing this very wealthy man publicly mock someone for being poor, it's just a bad place to be. And some people are going to whine, oh, it's just a joke, stop being offended. If Jeff Bezos was laughing at homeless dudes, it wouldn't matter if he actually meant it or not. It would still be in poor taste, and it would still make him look like a twat. So I figured, hey, Will Jordan should have his work dissected and picked apart the way he does for everyone else's. If he's really such a storytelling expert, I wouldn't be able to find anything to critique. And the thing is, no matter how many positive things I say about this book, and there are a couple of positives, I want to reiterate that. If I dislike it overall, they'll claim that it's purely just because I dislike the author. and they'll claim that I only hate the author because he fights wokeness or whatever from his literal fucking mansion. And again, I know this because they've been saying exactly that for months, ever since I first mentioned I was covering this book. Like, it's an automatic defense mechanism, not a single brain cell was put to use in the process. Alright, here's the words to the author before I really get going. In his profile picture where he's pretending to drink whiskey, the bottle cap is still on. Just looks freaking ridiculous. He wears sunglasses most of the time, and at first I thought that was stupid, but then I saw him without them, and I was like, you know what, we should keep those on. Without the sunglasses, he looks like he's possessed by the ghost of a murdered Victorian child. He sometimes refers to himself as a Brit, which, when a person refers to themselves as a Brit, that means they secretly wish they were English, and nobody should wish they were English.
Something tells they're gonna take away those that cartoon you like there. No, Horrible Hotel, because it's kind of fruity. So you know they're gonna take that away. Just like they're probably gonna take away all our favorite characters from the comics that are questionable. I'll be shocked if I ever see something from the Bat family with Batwoman in it, because she is a lesbian. And if we do see her, she might not even be a lesbian. She might be a straight woman. No, they're gonna make her straight because you can't out dare her be anything other than a nuclear wife. And then also they're gonna find a way to get rid of Ironheart and Brie Larson, because the white man gets triggered by Brie Larson all the time. No, I'm serious. The white man gets triggered by Brie Larson all the time.
Yeah, probably stuff like that. You know, Correction Tiger, Agent Dragon, I really like that, and that's some crazy thing. Yeah, it's
okay, that's it. Now on to the book for you. So we're gonna start here with the cover. It is a man in a suit being chased by two cars down the road, and he's just running away. It's just in a straight line, just running directly away from the cars. Not the best strategy. It seems like they would catch up pretty quick. Maybe he should go off road or something, but okay, whatever. He's also wearing a suit in the desert, which doesn't seem very comfortable. It's also not something that Ryan Drake does at any point throughout the story, so I'm not sure why. And also, and look at all this empty space here. I mean, 2/3 of the cover is just this featureless yellow landscape, and it's just this sickly yellow color. Like, why? Why do you like yellow so much, Bill? Now, I don't have a whole lot to say about the cover. It makes my eyes bleed. It's bad. So the book starts with Ryan Drake dying. It is May 13th, 2007, somewhere in Iraq. He has been shot, and he is now wandering the desert. He falls down, he's about to die, and then he hears a helicopter. That takes about 2 pages, and the story skips back about a week. So this is an attempt at doing in medias res, but it doesn't work very well for a couple of reasons. First, at this point, you don't know or care about Ryan Drake.
Angela, aka Odin's real sister, that is not Helena, like in MPU.
That we find out by the
Angela.
that the helicopter's coming to get him, so we're not worried and thinking, oh man, we're going to die. I gotta read through 50 goddamn pages to find out. And third, this prologue adds nothing. It's supposed to get us excited and make us wonder what led to this point, but it gives us so little that we're more confused than anything. Who's involved? What happened? What led up to this point? Why is it happening? We have to give us a little bit to go on and speculate with if we want to intrigue us. And that's exactly what we want to do. That you don't want to give us so much that we everything and there's a mystery, but you also don't want to give us so little that we have no idea what's going on. And that's what happens here. So that was the first prologue. The second prologue takes place 7 days earlier in Mosul. It starts with a random Iraqi man who is stuck in traffic, and then he dies in an explosion. We then get to a CIA field ops center away in Baghdad. And then Mosul is in charge of this place, and they lose control of one of their predator drones, which is flying over Mosul, for a few minutes. And then once they regain control, they fire that they shoot out fired missiles at civilian targets. Tearing his eyes out, Kaminsky looked at Hastings. The young man was pale, a faint sheen of sweat on his forehead. He looked as if he was about to explode. What is it? Hastings swallowed hard. All three Hellfire missiles have been destroyed.
Jacomon
Disbelief were reflected in the eyes of every person in the room.
Jacomon from Digimon Story
Kaminsky removed his reading glasses and turned his
Adventure.
Keith, better call it longer right now. Okay, so that's not a great Scottish accent, but neither is Will Jordan, because it's not a true Scottish accent, it makes it sound like you're speaking a foreign language. I was at a guy for a year, 2 years. I was actually put out of feet when I was something like that. And that's what I just read, the second prologue is completed. Like, the people at the CIA Center realized something has gone horribly wrong, and so they call their superiors. And it's actually a solid opening. Personally, if I were to rewrite that, I would spend a bit more time with the Iraqis who are experiencing the attack on the ground, so we see more of the devastation, and we really understand what happened. But other than that, not bad. You know, it got my attention. Somebody hacked a Predator drone, fired missiles at civilians. That's a crazy event. So it makes me wonder who has the capability to do that, and why they would do it. I will admit, it leaves a slight sour taste in my mouth because it seems to be saying that the only way civilians could die in the U.S.
Y'all go to hell, you know. Y'all all go to hell. Y'all all go to hell with that one, dog. Y'all go to hell. I'm just saying, all y'all go to hell. It's like, literally, it's like.
Brian Drake for real. We find out he lives in Washington, D.C., and he's going for a jog one Sunday morning. There's some time going on about how
y'all go to hell.
He moves like a trained soldier, and he's constantly watching everything. So it's really just telling us instead of showing us, which, you know.
Y'all go to hell, motherfuckers.
This is also when we learn that he's a former British Special Forces soldier, and he works for the CIA. And I'm not reading off any passages for this bit because this all takes multiple pages to explain. Because everything in this book is described in 3 times as much detail as is necessary. So scenes just drag on. Even ones that should be like really quick and slow.
Mike Judd.
Drag. So I think throughout this whole video, I'm going to be reading fewer passages than normal because it would just drag the whole thing out like crazy. Like, pages worth of story stretched out to 550 pages, but that's the main reason why. Everything is dragged out. So Drake gets a call from his boss at the CIA, a guy named Franklin, and he knows that it's nothing good because it's 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Your boss doesn't call you on your day off that early if bad things aren't happening. And Drake doesn't want to come in because it's his day off, but after a long conversation, Franklin finally convinces Drake that it's important, and he comes in. He was an outsider here, and always just beneath the surface. He felt it. A Brit working for the CIA? Rare enough, and not altogether welcomed by some. He also had no real background in the intelligence game. He was a soldier, not a spook. At least he had them once. Now he occupied a curious middle ground where these hard-won skills were put to the test, just by different employers. Again, I should mention that Drake is English, and I think there are rules about foreigners working for government agencies that handle classified information. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible that a guy from North London would wind up in America working for the CIA, but it's unlikely and it requires some justification. And even if the sequels give it, the fact that this book doesn't give it makes this book work. So when Rick finally reaches the conference room to meet with his boss and some others, the book spends a whole page describing the conference room, which isn't important and never comes back. Then another page describing Franklin's appearance and backstory. Basically, he's an American, he was a soldier that got wounded in Afghanistan and was no longer able to be a soldier, so he came to the CIA. And it spends some more time describing the other guy there who Drake doesn't know yet. Okay, advice for aspiring writers. You need to save long descriptions for stuff that's important or when you want to convey a very specific tone. For example, describing a horrible, violent scene during a battle. You want to let everyone know that not only is this a really big and important moment, but also you want to convey the horror and the shock and the disgust and all of the other feelings that would come with that. When everything is given this much time and this much obnoxious detail, it doesn't just slow down the pace of the story, it doesn't really give you anywhere to go during the big dramatic moments. So when you have big dramatic moments, they just feel the same as everything else. So Drake describes the conference room as being a steady 18 degrees Celsius no matter what the weather is outside. And It's a small detail, but it does make you wonder why he's Celsius. Americans don't use that very often. Like, why not have Drake think he's Celsius and then mentally correct himself defending him? It would emphasize how out of place he feels and how he's far away from home and he doesn't really fit in here. That's something that they were telling us earlier, but this would be a way to show us. Anyway, the other guy there that Drake doesn't know, his name is Marcus, and he's the head of the CIA's Special Activities Division, meaning he is in charge of hunting black ops missions for the world. He's a pretty important guy with a lot of power. And if you couldn't figure out if he was evil from the instant you heard his name was Kane, you shouldn't be left outside unsupervised. During this section, we also find out specifically what Drake's job is. He's head of a special investigations team, which is colloquially known as a shepherd team. So basically, shepherd teams track down CIA operatives who have gone missing somewhere. They try to find out have they been killed, have they been captured, have they just run off and etc. And then they're tracking them and retrieve them. And then we get a few paragraphs about Drake's military service record, which is a lot of exposition here, just kind of thrown at you. So finally, once we get to the point, TV shows Drake a photo of a woman, and I'm going to read you the description of that photo real quick. That's a lie, I won't be real quick, but I'm going to read it. It was a woman. She was Caucasian with a pale complexion and blue eyes. Her bone cut short and styled and simple side crossing that left a strand falling across her face. She wore no makeup. You didn't need it. She was beautiful. Strikingly beautiful, in fact. Her mouth was full and rounded, her cheeks were tight, her nose narrow and finely chiseled. Her face,
Yeah, did they have empathy for those people that got run over in Florida who happen to be LGBT people? No. Because every chance they get, they erase that crosswalk of those people who got shot up at that club who happen to be LGBT.
But if you notice most of all of her eyes, I see blue and beauty intense. They have his gaze when you look good. Even in a photograph, I see him stare right through him. Never in his life had he seen eyes like those. God, I hate doing that impression, but that dragged on, didn't it? Like, I'm never doing eyes or something like that, and that's what this is. Like, I'm going to try not to harp on that too much, but it really is what drives this book down. Like, more than anything else, just the shitty way it's written. If that was not there, or if it was not as bad as it is, then I think this book would be mediocre instead of trash. But as it stands, it is trash. So Cameron tells Grace that the woman is codenamed Morris. We later learn her real name is Anya, so I'm mostly going to be referring to her as Anya throughout the video. And he wants them to break Morris/Anya out of this Siberian prison. Katirgin? Like, I'm not sure how to say that. I don't speak Russian. Now, he doesn't say why he wants Anya to be free, because she's been there for 4 years and they've known the whole time. But this operation must also be secret because they're going into Russian territory. And if Drake or his team get caught, then they won't get any outside support. Like, they are going to be disavowed, and the government's going to say we had nothing to do with that. And you can't tell them that because Drake is British, they can claim their connection, even though he is an official player in British, which doesn't make any kind of sense, but sure, whatever. And she eventually agrees because Queen says that it will get the dishonorable discharge off the record and make it easier to enforce. Because if you're unfamiliar, getting dishonorably discharged from the military when it comes to trying to find another job afterwards is not a whole lot different than having a felony conviction on your record. And again, we never find out why Drake is dishonorably discharged. So we know that Drake doesn't really want to work here at the CIA, but this was the only job he could get. And he only was able to get it because he's friends with Franklin. So after a bit of back and forth, Drake does agree to do the job.
SmackDown and the Worlds Collide was okay. I'm gonna say this. I'm kind of sad because this is the only time I'm gonna see Natalya act that way ever again. This is a special event.
It has been worse when she first arrived here, before they learned the kind of grudging, reluctant respect they had for her now. In the first few months, they tried to beat her down, tried to subjugate and break her, but she didn't react to the treatment. She didn't cower and fear. She didn't need to submit. She felt nice.
both watching with scratches and bruises of their own, and more than one unfortunate death carried out to his comrade, moaning and bleeding. She would fight like a wild animal if the need was upon her, lashing out with a ferocity that surprised even her sailors, and refusing to stay down because she was physically unable to stand. Hold on. I have seen plenty of research saying that a woman could never possibly fight men and win.
The problem is, you're always going to have a tough time selling a fight between a man and a woman on screen. For obvious reasons, men are generally bigger, stronger, and more robust, with denser and heavier bones, stronger muscles, broader shoulders, longer limbs, and superior upper bodies.
Not really.
Or maybe he was just telling his brain dead fans what they wanted to hear. Yeah, this chapter really doesn't do anything except let us know that Anya hates the prison and it really sucks to be there, which isn't news, but okay, fine. So back in DC, Drake is looking over plans of the prison and he's contemplating how to get in. He's also completely obsessed with Anya's photos because she's just so effortlessly gorgeous. Now, after some deliberation, he decides to do a Haho jump, which is high altitude, high opening. Basically, they fly over the ocean, and then 40 miles east from the prison, they will jump out, open parachutes, and then just drift over to the prison. Which is not really how that works. Like, from that far away, any gust of wind could blow you miles off course, but that's what they decide to do. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes being cool can win out. Like, sometimes being cool and entertaining is more important than realism. But this book does a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, and when they're doing stuff that should be cool, it doesn't really come across as cool, so it all adds up after a while. Like, it's doing all of this unrealistic stuff, and it's trying to act like a gritty spy thriller, so it's just distracting. So once they decide on a plan, they try to think of who they'll need for their team. They need a guy named Jonas Dietrich to translate, and he speaks Russian, but he's also an asshole, and Drake doesn't like him. He's also a complete dipshit, and they give an anecdote about him getting some of his teammates killed during a mission, which raises the question, why allow him to work here at all? Like, this guy isn't
I do like that outfit of hers.
Like, cut him loose. You can't have incompetence in this line of work. Like, you can get away with being an asshole if you're good at your job. A good example is Dr. House.
Thank you so much. I gotta get you a gift or something.
Sometimes the best gift is never seeing you again.
You can't get away with being bad at your job. Anyway, Drake calls him quick, and then Dietrich hangs up. And then he calls again and offers the job, and Dietrich demands triple the normal rate, and eventually they do agree to take him on. They also recruit a demolitions expert named Cole Mason and an electronics expert / hacker named Stuart Frost. And while he's thinking about bringing Frost along, Drake thinks to himself that the prison strikes him as a low-tech place, so he wants her around just in case. Like, it just strikes him as a low-tech place. He doesn't actually check, he's just going on by it. Okay. Now, it's mentioned that Frost is very small, he's barely 100 pounds, but Drake has seen her.
Oh, my fucking leg, dude. My fucking leg.
Stronger and more robust, with denser and heavier bones, stronger muscles.
They also have a sniper named John Keegan, and that is his entire personality and his entire story. He is a sniper. He is good at shooting things from far away. So back to the prison. There is a guard called Bastard, because Anya doesn't actually know any of the guard's names, just gives him nicknames. And all the prisoners hate and fear Bastard. Like, he torments them physically and mentally all the time. Like, there's an anecdote about how he made them all go barefoot out in the snow and then threw out one pair of boots and made them all fight over it. Like, he abuses prisoners all the time just for fun, and he regularly sexually assaults Anya. And that happens in this chapter. Like, yeah, pretty much all that happens in this chapter actually is just him sexually assaulting her. And to be honest with you, in this case, I'm not saying you can't write that, I'm just saying it might be better off screen. Because later on, spoiler alert, she does take revenge on him, and just imagining the torment she went through, instead of knowing specifically what it was, might honestly be more horrifying. So then there's a short chapter where all of these specialists I mentioned earlier show up and meet with Drake, and nothing happens. There's a lot of chapters like that, actually. So we immediately go back to the prison, and Anya thinks about how much she hates this place, but she won't give up and kill herself. Notice that feeling stirred within her now. The only anger she felt was towards herself and her body, her soft and vulnerable body that could be so easily hurt. She's been born in land, because in good places like Virgin with ease. I feel dumber having heard that. Like, the little girl would think that he could survive in a prison like this just by virtue of being a man, because I think he does. So Drake goes over the plan with his team. They are going to parachute in, neutralize the guards and security, climb on, and then leave. The prison has very few guards because the doors need an easy task. Like, the real security feature is that
I even like the scars on her, the fake scars on her head.
Wherever they go. And the thing is, the heroes here are outside the prison. They have access to things like planes and helicopters and cars. And the isolation doesn't mean much. Like, if this story was about the prisoners themselves and the heroes were trying to escape from the prison, then that would be over dramatic tension. But here it doesn't. So King tells them not to underestimate Anya because she's dangerous and they should never, under any circumstances, let her get access to any weapons. And later, Drake has Frost, the hacker, remember, do a search on Anya's identity, and she finds nothing. Also, it's kind of annoying, but for a large chunk of this book, it just switches back and forth between Home and Frost and Hero. Pick one, please. It's annoying. Now, Drake is like really concerned and wondering, oh man, they aren't telling us anything about this. I wonder what's going on. Who is this Anya lady? Or sorry, Morris at this point, so he's still calling her. But again, they work for the CIA. Being in the dark about some of the details of their mission really shouldn't be new for them. You know, and while we're going over this, the detail says, hey, they tell us out. It's supposed to be, you know, something. Like, again, not surprising. Like, they already know at this stage the CIA will deny involvement if they're captured. So throwing all this out there really just makes it.
I kind of wish I lived in California.
A little bit whiny. Throughout this whole beginning section, like, not after the beginning for whatever reason, but throughout this whole beginning section, Drake complains a couple of times about not making much money. But then we learned that he bought a 2-bedroom house in central Washington, D.C. That's an expensive place to live. Our cost of living there is high. I think he's doing all right for himself. Just say.
Damn.
He doesn't have a money problem. He has a spending problem.
Damn, Gallucci.
The book also lets us know that he has a drinking problem. A quick trip to the fridge freezer second return with a handful of ice wrapped in a kitchen towel. Holding the ice bag.
Just dance. Just dance.
Putting a few feet further down the surface bar. It has been full last night. Drake's drinking problem and possible alcoholism comes up a few more times, but it never affects anything. There is never a moment where he gets drunk when he shouldn't and causes trouble. There's no scene where he struggles with the urge to drink, with nothing. Like, it's not a character flaw if it doesn't actually cause the characters any issues, guys. So we finally hear a little bit more about the explosion in Iraq from the beginning. But we don't learn anything.
Oh, so they stole that from Dino Thunder.
News and they are pretending it was an accident.
No, they stole that from Dino Thunder.
And Drake has an email from his sister, and he thinks about how he misses her and he misses home. And then Frost visits and says she found nothing on Mars/Anya, again, which we already knew. But she does learn that Mars is the name of a goddess of war from Baltic mythology. And then, finally, they fly out to Alaska.
I give no fucks about America. I give no fucks about this country. No, seriously, I don't.
Every operation he took part in, either around his neck or tucked into a pouch in his webbing. Nothing on earth will persuade him to leave it behind. Well, that's extremely fucking racist, but okay. So while they're flying, they also learn that a storm is going in and it's going to cause trouble, but they're pushing ahead. Common sense. I'm not sure why. I feel like they could wait a day or two till it passes. Like, they've grounded their drones so the person hacking them can't take them over and blow more stuff up in the interim. Like, I get they want to do this fast, but we also want to do it right, just saying. And team member Mason, the demolitions guy, he suggests killing Dietrich because... So then we have another Anya chapter where nothing happens. And then finally, we're more than 90 pages in, and the mission finally starts. If it had taken 50 or 60 pages to get to this point, I think it would have been fine, but needing to spend this much time parsing over repetitive information and drawn-out scenes, I'm really surprised most of the fans didn't give up before finishing this thing. So, anyways, they all jump out, open parachutes.
Yeah, you know what you do when you don't. You feed them after midnight. There, they become gremlins. Okay, you got your mogwai becomes gremlins, and you feed them after midnight, and then you get more of them. You add water to it, bitch. I'm like, yeah, you got a bunch of gremlins, a bunch of slutty little gremlins going. What? I saw the Gremlins movies. I saw the Gremlins movie, and I heard that they're thinking about doing a reboot of it. That'd be kind of interesting. They did an update to the Gremlins series.
Almost fine. Like this section of the book is almost fine. Like some stupid stuff drags it down, but at least the story is in fact moving. You know, they are moving in, they see a security camera, they shoot it, and they start facing the ground and they leave it behind, which is stupid considering you're trying not to leave evidence behind, but sure, whatever. And Frost disables the cameras really fast.
Really that good of count creators. No, I'm serious. None of y'all motherfuckers that good.
And then finally, Drake and Dietrich go to retrieve Anya while the others walk their back. They don't know what specific cells.
Ilion! You know how many girls like cosplay as Ilion, aka Magic from the Marvel comics? A lot.
Was that an intentional modern warfare reference or something? Okay, good. So a lone guard is patrolling down a hall. They hold him at gunpoint, tell him to stay quiet. He does stay quiet. And they don't know who it is, but we reading it know that it is Bastard, the guard that was tormenting Anya earlier. And Dietrich is acting kind of hot-headed and amateurish, which they think is weird. But they do get Bastard to take them to Anya's cell. And that's a way to another guard wondering where Bastard is. And his real name is Alien! That's how you say that? Again, I don't speak Russian. Yes, the really didn't think that other guards would be there. They didn't consider that maybe these prison guards have a system in place that isn't completely stupid. You know, just assume that they don't communicate with each other and no one will notice if one goes missing. I'm sure a lot of prisoners do that. So they arrive at Anya's cell and they open it, and she seems suspicious. She doesn't know what's going on. Drake is shocked to see her in her current state because she's not looking good. It might have been more shocking for us, the audience, if we didn't already know what Anya had been going through and what she looked like. I guess it's not a big deal, but like, imagine how much more shocking it would be if like Drake opened the door and he sees her and she's a lot skinnier, she's got bruises and signs of injury and stuff. You know, that would be a lot more impactful. She's suspicious of what's going on, but when she sees Bastard, she gets snaps. Like, she grabs Drake's knife and immediately kills Bastard with it. Like, it's too fast for Drake or Dietrich to react.
Made a genuine bigger, stronger, and more robust.
We know why she did it, and frankly, I think it's understandable and completely justified for her to kill this guy. It's not smart for them, given the circumstances, because, you know, if they make noise, they will get caught. But it's totally understandable why she did that. However, again, it would be a lot more impactful if we didn't know exactly what happened and our imaginations ran wild. Or, even better, imagine if it was the first time we saw Anya. This was our intro to her character. Like, we see her herself, she looks all sickly and thin and everything, but she's still that fast and not deadly. You know, it would be a much better intro to the character, and it would have saved time. So Drake and Dietrich hold her at gunpoint until she calms down, and then they leave. And, well, before they get a chance to leave, they notice that Bastard's radio is going off, and they realize, oh, other guards notice he's missing, and they're becoming concerned. And Drake thinks, hey, you searched that guy, how did you miss his radio? That comes back in a minute, but it's not important now. So Drake speaks to Anya in English, violating his own rule, and the prisoners begin to wake up because they hear a commotion going on, and they start calling out, making a scene, and they're alerting guards to what's going on. And now Drake and the others have to leave quickly. So, a guard investigates what's going on.
Yeah, God bless you for making me a white boy and I can get away with stuff because I'm a freaking white boy.
And then other guards come in and them and the Shepherd team start shooting at each other. They kill some of the guards injure some of them. Like Dietrich gets shot in the leg. Just the fighting escalates, and there's no easy way to put this, but they demolish the guard tower. With a
Yeah, but he probably not getting a lesser crime because he's white. Identity politics.
They could break down thin walls made of, like, wood and
Identity politics, right? Identity politics.
He's inspired. Way to go, guys. Way to go. You gotta love how the shooter's parents, once they found out that their son was a murderer,
And
their
Anya
first call
actually tries
was,
to kill Dietrich because he's throwing him down. He got shot in the leg. But Drake stops her, and again, prisoners are running wild. A riot is starting. It's like, it should be an exciting scene, but it just drags on too much, and I don't care that much. They all meet up in a tower, and they decide to rappel down the side of the tower to escape. And one man, Mason, while he's rappelling down, he gets shot, and it looks like he might not make it. But after spending a page explaining how his injuries make it unlikely to get down, he gets down. And him being shot doesn't actually lead anywhere. And then we get a few more pages of everyone else rappelling down with nothing going on. Bro, we can't stretch tension out forever. Like, you either have to make things happen, or you make it short and snappy. Like, if you stretch it out forever, it loses potency very quick. And then a helicopter lands nearby, and they reach it, and they fly away. While they're flying away, they treat their wounds. Dietrich injects himself with morphine and tends his own wound, and the others just let him do this.
That's use your common sense.
Like, yeah, what could go wrong? Being sleepy while sewing up a gunshot. That sounds like a great idea in this really realistic spy thriller. And Anya actually grabs a knife and takes Frost hostage with it, demands to know what's going on. Drake talks her down. He tells her they're CIA, they're going to an American Air Force base, and he tells her that it's the year 2007. And she realizes how long she was kept in solitary confinement, and she gets upset, and she lets Frost go without hurting. And she trusts Drake because he seems trustworthy. I'm not joking. In her thoughts, that's how she justifies it. Yeah, this guy seems trustworthy. So they finally arrive back at Elmendorf Air Force Base in Alaska, and they start recuperating. Drake is drinking because he smuggled a bottle of whiskey on the flight from Virginia. Number one, how do you?
I'm sorry, but it's like funny. The mother, every time you hear something about they hate gays, it's always one of them that's secretly a gay person. It's like secretly they gay. They gay. It's always someone in manga who's secretly gay or a sellout gay, like Dave is, or Blair White, who's a trans woman, self-hating trans woman, is gonna betray the trans community to suit her own agenda. And then when she found out that her side won, she's gonna move from Texas into California because it's much easier for her as a trans woman to live in California now than in Texas. Blair White. What a whore. What a bunch of whores.
This is a situation where if you tell people who aren't supposed to know about this, you could go to actual prison. And he's just doing it. So we cut through the bosses, Franklin and Kane, being briefed about Anya's health. She got a checkup from a doctor. There's several pages about it, describing assaults and stuff. And again, we already know this. You don't need to go over it that much. Just give us a sentence or two so we can hear what they're hearing, and it's fine. Now, Kane seems to know and actually care about Anya, so he's distraught at her state, but he doesn't want to talk to her himself, so he sends Franklin in to talk to her. And
double standard. It's always a double standard.
Retired, like Kane tells him, "Hey, just lie and say I'm retired." So Franklin goes in, and she is upset with him. And he tells a lie about the Kane retirement, and she knows that he's lying because she has amazing body language reading. You know, despite barely interacting with anyone for 4 years. Like, being devoid of social interaction for 4 entire years will decay things like reading body language, you know? Extended stays in solitary confinement can cause a lot of problems. Like, it also causes things like anxiety, depression, anger, cognitive disturbances, perceptual distortions, obsessive thought, paranoia, and psychosis. But sure, Anya's getting pissed off you.
Air of July.
Everything
Good.
about you with 100% accuracy just by looking at you. Makes perfect sense. She notices Franklin's back problems and deduces that he was in the military and got wounded.
Those got the double standards, dog.
And then he leaves and goes back to Kane, and Kane says, "Oh, that was all part of the plan." Honestly, a weird plan.
Okay, Stephanie
I'm not
Phillip.
sure what the point of that was. So, there's no segue into this, but we find out that Dietrich was a heroin addict. Like that's why he screwed up on both this mission when he forgot to get Bastard's radio and on previous ones, so he had a heroin problem. And he's about to inject himself, but then he feels bad for a minute, and then he crushes a syringe underfoot, and he vows to stop. And that's the end. Like, it's the quickest introduction and conclusion of a character arc I have ever read. Like, just like Drake, his addiction does not affect him going forward. And sure, there are sequels to this book. To be fair, there are some sequels, and maybe it comes up then. But if you're going to
Yeah, my girl Jasmine Rocket always gotta work twice as hard as a white man because, well, she is a sister. No, I'm serious. She is a black woman in a white man society, so she gotta work twice as hard as the white man and better than him.
She went on a whole bunch of Black Ops missions, was really successful about it, and then she went dark one day, and they later found out she got caught by the Russian FSB, that's a Federal Security Bureau, and that's when she got sent to prison. Then they tell Drake that somebody out there can hack into Predator zones, and he's the one that fired missiles and caused the explosions from the beginning of the book. And he actually sent out a message demanding that.
Yes, he will. He kind of did. No, I'm serious. Kind of is doing right now. Martial law. No, he's doing it right now. So it's like, yeah, he is, and he's gonna continue doing it.
He tried to kill her. She took his eye out during the fight, and then he went to prison for it. But 6 months before the book began, he managed to escape. And honestly, Anya's whole backstory here is kind of overwritten. And there's still more to come.
Of course he will. He's doing it right now.
And because she seems to
Chips to Darcy. Yeah, I wonder, Stephanie Phillip, how long are you going to keep your job knowing that the far right is going to cancel you for any reason other than the blue moon that fits their narrative, the pussification of art. The pussification of art. No, I'm serious. How long are all of us gonna keep our livelihood because America's pussified? I'm like, literally, dear, how long are you gonna keep your job as long as the world's so pussified? Because you are a woman and you do have an opinion, and you gotta watch what you say now because the white man's gonna try to take your lovely job away, dear, because you have different opinions than them. So we can't really have an opinion. We gotta watch what we say nowadays because MAGAs are the cancel culture SJWs that they say we were.
I feel like top secret jobs would make him leave that at home. Like, I have worked in places that were not top secret, and we couldn't take our phones with us because they didn't want us recording patented processes. Even in 2007, with more primitive smartphones, CIA would have to worry about him taking audio recordings, pictures, video recordings.
Also can't wait to do a Super Sentai Kamen Rider reaction review.
To Alaska, let alone to Russia. Like, I imagine it was just in his pocket that whole time. If Drake's phone had gone off during that, others would probably make him not answer it, and they would take it away and reprimand him for breaking rules like this. So anyway, we find out that Monroe has Drake's sister, her name is Jessica, by the way. He has her hostage, and he will kill her if Drake doesn't follow his instructions. And he wants him to break out Anya as she's being transported in this convoy of cars. And Drake agrees, but he's not happy about it. Monroe's plan is to pull a garbage truck right in front of the car that Anya's in, to separate them from the front of the convoy, and then pull a garbage truck behind them to cut off others and prevent them from, stopping them. And then Drake takes someone's gun after this happens and forces the driver to take him off route, and then makes everyone except him and Anya get out, and then he drives off. And it's mentioned specifically that the screen is empty except for them. In central Washington, D.C., in the middle of
wow. Yeah, it's like, instead of making... pew pew less is like gonna make it more. So it's like, yeah, I guess he died for what he wanted.
Not only them being able to drive away, but also being able to get the garbage trucks to come in at the exact
Because this is what he wanted. This is his livelihood. This is what America is now. Pew 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 ice. Pew 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 ice.
They don't have. And then immediately after Drake and Anya drive away, they cut to others, and they are unable to properly pursue them because of traffic. This whole scene is just a very poor attempt at making the villain look smart and 3 steps ahead of everybody.
I sucks.
Making reality bend around. So Drake goes to a parking garage where Monroe has a car waiting, and the spot right next to that car is conveniently empty, so he doesn't have to look around for one. Again, it's the middle of the day in DC, so the parking lot should be full, but whatever. And he has Anya cut the tracker out of her arm. So the tracker was introduced and then immediately taken out of the story, rendering the whole thing completely pointless.
I like how she got all her badges from all the cons she went to. That's kind of cute, dear.
Stops being exciting. And I mean, I have to mention this. Like, she doesn't just cut the tracker out, she has to cut her arm with it and then yank the device out with pliers. Jesus, don't you help? Drake couldn't have that thing. She didn't look up, but he saw blonde eyes already. Unfortunately, I do.
Number one, Sitai Gunjurzen.
That line hurt me so much. So they drive off in a new car, and the CIA is left with the tracker just on the floor. And if she was really smart, Anya would have taken the tracker and thrown it in or on another car, so that she could throw off the trail further, but okay, sure, whatever. And then the good guys, while they're searching for them, find out that all the cameras are disabled and there's no security guards down there, which is convenient. You know, an escaped prisoner was able to set up this whole elaborate plan completely by himself. And we learn later that Monroe does have outside help helping him with this, but somebody should still stop and realize that this is kind of suspicious, you know? Because they don't seem like super spies if they're just going along with all this and taking it at face value. Monroe calls again, and he says that Anya was looking for something when she got captured 4 years ago, and he wants her and Drake to go and retrieve it. And that's stupid. Like, it would have been a lot easier for him to wait until Anya was in custody and then call Drake to force him to help. You know, that way it's less likely for either Drake or Anya to get killed or trying to escape. Like, they just need to interrogate her for needed information, and she trusts Drake at least. So, like, they could find out what's needed, and then Monroe could, again, keep Drake's sister hostage, and Drake would have to tell him all the necessary information so he can find what he's looking for. And what is he looking for? Well, 4 years ago, Anya was searching for evidence of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and she was set to meet an Iraqi intelligence officer when the FSB caught her. And Anya thinks that they caught her and that they were trying to cover up their tracks. They were involved in this somehow, and they don't want people knowing that they gave Iraq nuclear material. So that's what Monroe wants her to go find. And what is it with shitty right-wing thrillers and insisting that, no, Iraq totally did have nukes? Like, we later learned in this book, at least, that they only sort of had nukes, but...
You can't, but you did anyway because America's garbage. I said it, America's garbage.
And then hopefully they can track down what Monroe wants. Meanwhile,
no, I'm serious. White people are the most garbage motherfucker ever. And I'm not saying all white people, I'm saying MAGA white people. They're the most motherfuckers of the motherfuckers that deserve to get their fucking asses kicked. No, I'm serious. All you MAGAs, aka all you chuds, is gonna get your asses kicked. And I'm gonna start with Gary Nerd-Ronica because I want to start with the top and kick his ass. Because fuck all of you.
He can't imitate an American accent to save his life, apparently, so the cashier notices that he's English. And the cashier doesn't say anything to him. They just notice, oh, that guy has a weird accent. They perk up a little bit, and instead of just saying thank you and leaving, Drake says that, oh, I'm on vacation with my wife. which first of all is fun to make myself stand out more in the factory of mine. When the kids always showed interest, he pasted on a first grin. We're on vacation for a couple of weeks, heading down to New Orleans. Second, wouldn't you say that they were on holiday for a couple of weeks? You know, just an odd choice of words, not a big deal, I guess, but still you think. And third, why can a spy not do the accent of a country he's lived in for several years? Ryan Drake is bad at blending in, and he's bad at being a spy. So outside, where Anya is waiting, some men sexually...
Yeah, but y'all also forget that is Wonder Woman.
And she flashes back to prison and nearly kills him with it. But Drake stops her at the last second, and then they drive off. And then we get a few pages of Kane and Franklin being ineffectual, and they're going, oh, we have no idea where they could have fled to. And it adds nothing. It really just makes these guys seem like less of a threat as villains. It would be so much better if we were just seeing everything from Drake's perspective right now, because then you'd be paranoid and unsure of things. You'd be thinking like, okay, how much do the people pursuing him know? How close are they to finding them? Like, it would give every scene an air of danger. Like, imagine like they're wandering through a crowd and they're wondering if somebody in the crowd is after them, and they're always looking over their shoulder. Anyways, Drake is upset with Anya for making a scene, and she mopes about it for a bit, and she just wonders, like, what have I been called? Like a shitty young adult protagonist who can't handle being powerful and special. Like, Anya really doesn't feel like a hardened killer, but this also doesn't feel like it's adding any dimension to her character. So Dietrich manages to find some convenient camera footage of Drake's car leaving the garage, and they don't get the plate number, but they do get the make and model and color of the car. Which means that the earlier bit with, oh, there's no security footage, we don't know what happened to them or where they went. And that bit is now pointless and only delayed the bad guys by like 2 hours. Especially since right after this, they hear about Anya fighting those two men and they go down to the gas station, so they didn't need the new footage. This is why editing is so important. A good editor would have told Will Jordan that was redundant, especially in a book this long. And I know what you're thinking, like a lot of you are probably thinking like, okay, he just self-published this, like most YouTubers do. But no, this was actually traditionally published. Like an actual company with like standards and shit looked at this and decided it was acceptable to print. Which makes it a lot easier. At least to me it does. So Drake and Anya check into a motel, and Anya pays for it, and she uses a southern accent so she doesn't stand out. And Drake is just baffled and shocked that a secret agent who speaks multiple languages could use a fake accent.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And then they have a whole conversation about how she could possibly learn to use a southern accent. Like, literally, just have him say good job and then move on. This is stupid, but there's so much shit in this book, which is just dumb and makes no sense. Not long after this, Anya showers off and is just, like, casually naked in front of Drake, and he gawks a little bit and spends an entire page describing her body. And then she goes, oh, it's okay, you can look. Like, again, this woman who spent years being sexually abused and has regular flashbacks to the times that she was assaulted by men is fine being nude in front of a near stranger. Why is that? Because the author of this book is both corny.
I was right. I was right all along. They hate us minorities and us trans people. Because the way they treat trans is the same way they treat minorities. The exact same thing. So we all in it at one. That's the sad thing.
Just throwing that out there. Like, if Monroe tried to kill her because she screwed up somehow, or she did something bad to him, or she betrayed him, or mistook him for a double agent or something, he tried to kill him, and then he tried to kill her in response, like, that would give her an actual flaw. Just saying. And anyways, despite the email, they get no response from Typhoon. They realize, though, that they are going to have to go to Iraq to find these guys, so they need money and passports, and Anya knows somebody. So they go down to Daytona Beach in Florida, and they go to a mall to get new clothes. Apparently, it'll help with meeting whoever Anya wants to see.
And it's all because of the MAGA/chuds. They started this, and it led to all of this. It's because of them. And it was one of them that did it. But they're not going to attack one of their own. They're going to attack us. So it was a them And not us, but we're the bad guys. We're the bad guys.
So Anya is like excited and makes Drake stop the car while they're driving by an abandoned section of beach. Even though it's springtime in Florida, so that beach should really be packed or whatever. And then she runs off into the surf for a minute, and she's sad and ashamed of being weak, and she cries a little bit when she goes back to Drake. And then finally, Typhoon responds to them, which is not something I was like super excited for, but it's a hell of a lot more interesting than
Yeah, you're gonna attack my girl Jasmine Croc. You have some ammunition, Crockers. I'm just saying, my lovely Nubian queen there, my Wakandan queen there, is gonna be like, oh snap, Wakanda forever, nigga, Wakanda forever, Wakanda.
There's way too much information, even though she has no idea who's monitoring his communications here, but whatever.
Wakanda forever, Jasmine Crockett, Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever, baby, Wakanda forever.
Because yeah, it's a spy novel where the villain has a glass eye.
Yeah, because you don't piss off a Wakandan warrior chick, okay? You don't mess with a Wakandan.
He doesn't report him because he's still useful, but she wants him to resign when this is over. And I just need to point out, we're 320 pages in, and we're still firmly in Act 2 of this story. Like, this book really should be wrapping up by now, but there's just so much stuff that could be cut all together, and so much stuff that couldn't be cut or couldn't be trimmed down because it's just so stretched out beyond being entertaining, and we're still firmly in the middle of the slog. Again, the book really could be wrapping up by this point, and it would be maybe not a great story, but it would at least be a tight and somewhat exciting thriller. Anyways, down in Florida, Anya has a storage locker with a gun, some money, and some fake IDs in it, including a passport for her, but no passport for Drake. So they decide they're just going to find somebody who looks like him and then steal his passport and use that. And then they go to a hotel bar and they just find a guy who looks a lot like Drake. Isn't that awfully convenient? Like, what's the saying? Coincidences to get your heroes into trouble are fine, but coincidences to get them out of trouble are cheating. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the line. Seriously, like, it's just that convenient. The heroes didn't have to work for it at all. Perfect. Anya decided he's the right age. He's wealthy. He's alone and approachable.
Oh, it was a white boy. It was a white on whitey. Shit.
How can you tell all that? His suit comes from Seville Row, and he is making no effort to talk to anyone. British men are no good at small talk. She added with a significant look at Drake. He has been drinking spirits for a while, so he isn't planning to meet anyone, especially not a woman. And I see the mark of a wedding ring on his hand. Either he is divorced or he took it off tonight. Either way, he is the one. Once he invites me back to his room, I'll take his passport and meet you back at our suite. She's jumping to a lot of conclusions about this guy, but because it's a shitty spy novel, she is 100% correct. Although I will say the line about British men being bad at small talk and then her pointedly looking at Drake was kind of funny. So anyways, she does go back to this guy's room. He thinks they're about to have sex, and she robs him at gunpoint, and nothing goes wrong. You know, you'd think the book would just skip ahead to afterwards, but nope, we get a whole chapter describing Anya and the guy, his name is Lewis, going to the room, and then Lewis getting excited about having sex with this lady, and then her pulling the gun on him, asking if he's married, frightening him, agreeing not to kill him, tying him up, not finding his passport on him, guessing that his passport is in the hotel safe, figuring out the combination to the hotel safe, then stealing his passport and leaving. And the whole book is like that. When she gets back, Drake is drunk and they're both kind of horny, but there is no snatch. Drake really shouldn't be getting drunk right now. He's no more responsible than Dietrich, but we're supposed to.
I know, that's why I said I want more of that shit. That Marvel zombie shit.
I don't know, it's not focused on enough for it to be a major problem, but protagonist's sense of morality does irk me a lot. Anyways, Anya and Drake go through security and get on a plane to Saudi Arabia with no issues. Like, the book tries to convince us that we're tense and we're wondering what might happen, but really it just adds a few pages of a TSA agent squinting over Drake's stolen passport. Not long after this, Lewis manages to escape from his room and he goes to the police.
Yeah, but he's gay, dude. He's bi-cured. He's bi-cured.
In about the same amount of detail that we got earlier, rendering that earlier scene even more pointless than it already was, I swear to God, this book is like spending an entire day with someone, and then they describe everything to you afterwards in real time, and you keep telling them, yeah, I remember, you don't need to tell me about that, but they ignore you and continue relaying all the events you were there for. That's what this book is like, I swear to Christ. So they have Grace's passport, and they learn that he is again flying to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And then the plane lands, and they have no issues, and then they rent a car, and Anya drives, and they head off to the Iraqi border, which...
Yeah, it's only thoughts and prayer when you're a white dude doing something bad.
It was still illegal in 2012.
Yeah, it's because he's white. No, you can't say we're wrong, because that's the only reason he gets a free pass, because he's white. He's a white dude. He's a fucking cracker. It's only sympathy when you're white. When you're white, dog. If he was a minority / immigrant or a trans person, it's like, yeah, give him the chair or something. Yeah. But he's a white dude. It's like, yeah, thoughts and prayers. Fuck you, man. Fuck you.
And it's not like he was too late. It's specifically mentioned to be an 18-hour flight.
Wizard!
And he could put out the alert in the afternoon. You don't get an exact
Kamen Rider Wizard.
And the only explanation we get for why
decade.
Even though the Saudis and the Americans are allies. So Beatrice and Frost arrived in Saudi Arabia. They meet a man from Saudi Arabia.
What allies? We got no allies thanks to Donald Trump.
Right afterwards, we had the he said, hey, terrorist here. My government wants to know about it. No shit. Then you should have stopped these guys at the airport, you fucking idiots. If you are really going to get this far because the villains are all idiots. If you guys are able to shoot with the villains, everyone's just stupid. Everyone in this book is so fucking stupid. We have Tariq sends him off with a subordinate named Lieutenant Rahul Al-Amin. He's not really important, but I do want to point out that none of the Arabic names have hyphens in them for some reason. Normally it'd be like Al-Amin with a hyphen in the middle, but it's not in this book. Maybe that's just a British grammar thing, but I don't know. I thought we need to mention it. Anyways, Grace bloviates about his dad for 2 entire pages and how he misses his dad and how his dad is dead. And I guess it's trying to do character development, so I can give it some credit for that, but it doesn't really add anything. Anya, however, doesn't talk about her family. And so a little while later, when she decides that she does want to talk about her past, because they get a pop tire and Grace has to replace it, and it takes a while, so she just tells me about her past. Basically, her parents died when she was really, really young, and then she grew up in an orphanage. When she was a teenager, some other girls tried to sexually assault her, and she fought them off. And then she got in trouble, and the man who ran the orphanage, when he was talking to her, he also tried to sexually assault her, and she stabbed him. I'm sorry, I know that's not really funny, I shouldn't laugh at that, but like, every man in her life tries to assault her, which makes the earlier scene where Drake saw her naked even dumber than it already was. Like, I don't know, this whole thing is just so try-hard and edgy. It's like Jordan thinks that rape equals more adult. So because of this, Anya goes to a young offenders prison. The other girls there, thankfully, do not try to rape her, but she does fight them, and she decides not to be a victim, and she beats one of the bully girls up, and that's what she became who she is. So, and I'll be honest, that's another thing where we didn't need that much detail. It would probably be more effective if we didn't know that much about it. Like, literally just say, her parents died, the orphanage was really unpleasant, and she decided not to be a victim. You know, a few lines of dialogue would suffice you. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes you need more. You know, if there's a lot of nuance or complexity to the story, then yeah, we need a lot more detail. But there's not a lot of nuance or complexity to Anya's backstory, so we don't need that much. And I don't mean to harp on this all so much, but this book has so many opportunities to be enjoyable. Even if it's not amazing, it could at least be enjoyable, and it misses all of them because it doesn't know when to stop talking. It just keeps dragging on and on and on. So they reach a house with a large man who Anya speaks to in Arabic, which convenient that she both speaks the language and has a contact in Saudi Arabia willing to help her. But okay, it's convenient, but it's not impossible. And so the large man takes her to Husam, who is an old man that Anya knows. Husam used to be in the South Army, and he's now a smuggler. He agrees to get Anya and Drake into Iraq along with some weapons. Then we cut back to Frost and the others, and Frost finds him via airport footage. Again, a woman driving really should have attracted more attention. They shouldn't have needed that. They should have just asked around and said, hey, were there reports of a woman driving earlier? Or they just hear about reports of a blonde white lady driving around in downtown Riyadh. Like, that can't be that common, especially back when it was illegal. Of course, Frost is only able to look over the footage after having a pointless argument with Rahul where he said, a foreign woman can't do that. And she's like, come on, man. And then he relents. Like, all obstacles in this story are introduced and overcome at the same time. I swear to God. Like, it's impossible to feel excitement with no build-up. Which is so strange, because this book is so long.
Yeah.
Almost no build-up.
No, there's y'all the SJWs.
You managed to track Drake
No, there's y'all the SJWs.
And then coming back to them, Husam gives Drake and Anya some AK-47. And then we spend literally, this is probably the best example of how shittily this book is written. We spend an entire page describing what an AK-47 is, as well as the history of the rifle and a physical description of those two specific rifles that Husam gave to them. And if you don't believe me, it is on page 389 of this book. The whole page is describing what an AK-47 is, as if you don't know. Just the whole page. You can go and check that if you don't believe me. Literally, just a paragraph would have been fine, man. Less than a paragraph would have been fine. Jesus. So Husam walks along with Drake for a minute, and he asks him to protect Anya because she'll probably die soon. It's sure, okay, it's not horrible, but it also doesn't add much. And then Monroe calls and Drake fills him in on everything that's happened. And Monroe claims that Anya actually planned a mutiny and wanted to take the unit road, and that's why he tried to kill her. And then he taunts Drake about Operation Hydra and his mysterious discharge. Like, we never learned exactly what Operation Hydra is, but it's related to his discharge of the army. And then he hangs up on him. And then we spend some time with Anya, wondering about what it would be like to have children, even if she can't, because medically,
No Kaiser
you
versus
gotta wonder about it, because am I right, fellas? That's just what frauds always think. And then Monroe calls back, and he says they need to run. But again, this would be better if shit just actually happened. So Dietrich arrives in a helicopter, and then Drake and Anya flee to a secret passage in Husam's house. But Dietrich goes in and finds it immediately. But not immediately. I guess Husam's nephew does try to kill them with a retriever first. Even though Husam and the rest of the family surrender without a fight because they're trying to avoid being killed, so you'd think they would just tell the nephew to chill. But whatever, he tries to kill them, they subdue him, no one gets hurt, and then they immediately find the password for Drake and Anya kill. So Drake and Anya pop up in a garage that is already for them, but there's a whole full tactical team. Drake aims his gun at one, and rather than shooting him, he just runs him. So they stay back, which is, that's not how that works. Like, okay, in a real battle, you're supposed to shoot when someone's aiming at you. But just holding up a gun tank, that's something they do in movies, but it's not a thing in real life, at least not very often. But they don't notice Anya, and she manages to shut off the lights, and then she attacks. And then, just listen, Anya was on her in her street, staring at some horrified fascination. Drake watched her as her hand shot out, flipped the weapon slide, and sent it backwards just to strike her with the trigger. Nothing happened. With the slide in its rear position, the hammer was blocked, preventing it from striking around in the chamber. Okay, she's not a fucking superhero, guys, but she can't do shit like that. She needs to have some moments of vulnerability. And no, being helpless with prison and then a perfect killing machine the whole rest of the book does not count. She needs to rely on others once or twice throughout the story. Because throughout this whole thing, she could have made it this far without Drake. Like, after the initial breakout, she does not need him. And frankly, he's actually slowing her down.
No,
so
they
subdue the others, and they don't kill anyone, and then they drive off. But while they're fighting, Dietrich Drake going on and says, Anya, is there anyone who can help me right now? And so Dietrich thinks that something else is going on. Apparently, no one realized that Drake's sister had been missing for a couple of days and put the pieces together. Like, they're just wondering, why would Drake betray us? I guess it's just completely out of nowhere. But the thing is,
No,
Drake is
seriously.
on the run and they know about his family, they would probably have somebody keeping an eye on her just in case Drake, while on the run, went to her for help. But then somebody would notice, oh, hey, she's missing. Maybe that is tied into this. Also, they tell the Saudi army and police to go after those two, but once again, they're not being cooperative because we need coincidence to get the heroes out of trouble. Dietrich does, however, take Hussam back to the interrogation room and is interrogating him, trying to figure out where Drake and Anya are going. And he has his wife and his kids tied up in another room, and he shows Hussam a video feed of them. And he threatens to kill them, but Hussam still refuses to say anything. And then he has somebody shoot Hussam's son, and then he relents and tells him where Drake is going. He doesn't actually mention the route they're taking across the border, even though earlier they focused on it for a while and gave a lot of detail about it. But when he's telling this guy, he doesn't. Okay, whatever. He just says, yeah, they're going to Iraq and they have a GPS. And so they decide, oh, okay, we can track the GPS. And I know what you might be thinking, but Dietrich didn't actually kill his son.
It still sucks. I'm like, why would you the only reason you made Dominic Mysterio the champion because his daddy's Rey Mysterio, and it's like, the dude sucks. Dominic Mysterio sucks balls as a champion. He literally sucks balls. He literally sucks. He sucks balls. He sucks.
More interesting and morally great.
Yeah, because his daddy.
He killed the kid. But,
he's a Triple A champion. The only reason he's Triple A is because he's Latino. It's because he's Latino. It's like,
pretty bad. And from what I heard, that's actually a ripoff of a scene from 24. I've never watched that show, so I can't comment on that. But given how lacking in imagination this whole thing is, Jordan ripping someone off.
He's only champion because his daddy's Rey Mysterio.
Camp out in the desert, and he has a nightmare. And while waking, he actually nearly shoots Anya.
Dominant is only double champion because his daddy's Rey Mysterio.
Tried driving a car, him and his men with a young girl there as a human shield. And then he gave the order to kill, and he feels bad about it. And that's a fine enough backstory.
No, I'm serious. It makes no sense to make him otherwise. Oh, you're going to do the exact same thing you did with that champion. You're going to do with that champion. You're going to have Judgment Day watch his back all the time because he sucks. I'm like, literally, that was stupid.
Eager to escape the constant reminders of what had happened, he had lifted the chance, and barely 6 months later was back in Afghanistan as part of a covert UK-US task force. Forces Special Operations Group. But any hopes of making a fresh start have been utterly dashed by events later that year. That, however, was a whole other chapter of history, another series of mistakes and missed opportunities in a life filled with them. Either give the backstory or don't. Don't spend all this time teasing it with no intention of following through. Stop going, tune in next time for more adventures. If you want a recommendation for a better thriller series, check out the Jack Reacher books. Jack Reacher does have a lot of stuff in his backstory beyond the basics we learned in book one. In book one, we learned the basics of his backstory, but it's not brought up in such an obnoxious way. And when we learn more details in later books, it's not brought up in such an obnoxious way. It doesn't apply to the story at hand, so it's just left alone until later. Thrillers are usually episodic in nature, and redemption is no real exception to that rule. Constant foreshadowing, that's okay if there's a continuous story throughout the whole series, but that's not the case here, or at least doesn't seem to be the case here, because having a few characters come back once in a while really doesn't constitute a continuous story. After he tells her all this, Anya tells Drake, oh, it's fine that he's done bad things, they're people, and then they fuck. Really, it's really that abrupt. Sure, Drake is attracted to her whole book, but this very much is just main character gets the girl because that's what's supposed to happen in thrillers.
Sabrina!
Between them isn't non-existent. There's some, but there's not a lot. And quite frankly, this stuff is really disgusting.
Of course. We gotta do the Nia Jax feuding with both Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton thing. That was a thing that no one gave a fuck about. I'm sorry, no one cares. Seriously, I just don't care. It's really
right back to Lightlark, man. That is so.
This
bad.
is so boring.
Then after that,
really,
chapter of
Nia Jax again.
Sorry, I really really shouldn't have done that. I took advantage of you. And Anya going,
No,
Grace,
it's
okay,
like
I
Nia Jax
and you
again.
still have 100.
No, I'm like, literally, it's like
And because Will Jordan
Nia
says
Jax.
literally every detail of a character's life needs to be litigated.
I'm like, literally,
He
Nia
tells her about
in
how
a
he used to
feud
be a
with
boxer,
him again.
he
And
broke both
it's like
knees
your
and
women's
fought because he
division
refused
suck.
to give up.
Your women's division suck. It's like God. It's like literally garbage. That match was garbage.
He's a young man. His real name is Majid Sabari. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. And meanwhile, Dietrich and Cross track their GPS and find out where they are. Now, Zabari was a low-level worker in Iraq.
I'm serious. SmackDown was suck. Monday Night Raw sucked. NXT sucked. Evolve sucks as well.
The seller was a man named Yevgeny. And again, Viking thrillers are just like weirdly obsessed with saying, no, Iraq really did have roots. We promise. Now, in
I gotta go.
it specifically mentioned that Saddam Hussein did dismantle the program before the U.S. invasion happened. So it's a lot less dumb than Ben Shapiro's take on it, but, still dumb. And anyways, Zabari says that all he knows is Yevgeny worked through a company called Infinity Exports. And then Anya freaks out because, twist, apparently Infinity Exports is a shell corporation run by the CIA. The CIA set all this up. The CIA sold them weapons to justify the American invasion. Specifically, Marcus Kane, sold them weapons because he was in charge of his plan. Except, there weren't WMDs. That wasn't a thing. They sold them weapons to justify the invasion, but then there were no weapons after the invasion, and the book acknowledges that. The book specifically says that they were trying to justify an illegal war. So the whole plan was really pointless. It's also kind of annoying that we learned everything that was going on all at once. There's no time with the characters finding clues and piecing it all together, so the reveal is a lot less satisfying, but okay. Anyways, they plan to take Zabari across the border into Saudi Arabia and just give some evidence he has to the media. And as Dietrich is about to go after the two of them, Kane takes over his mission, and he sends in his own team and cuts off video so Dietrich can't see what happens. When they leave the cave, Drake actually tries to hold Anya at gunpoint to take Zabari to Monroe because he wants to save his sister. He doesn't want to take him to the media, he wants to save his sister. And this might be an interesting scene. We're showing Drake being forced to choose between his friend and his sister. We're seeing Anya choosing between doing the right thing and helping Drake. But this is the one scene in the book that isn't long enough to have much of an impact. This is one of the few parts where I'd say it's too short. They should spend a little more time on it. Because they're interrupted when a missile comes in and explodes near them, preventing any sort of conflict or character developments. And they're wounded during the explosion. Anya gets hit with a few pieces of shrapnel, but she's mostly fine. That becomes relevant in a minute. And then some soldiers arrive and take them to prison. Then we cut back to Franklin. Remember,
Franklin Richard.
We cut back to Franklin, who knows that something suspicious is happening. So he decides to save Drake because Drake actually saved his life back when they were in Afghanistan.
What's the point?
He tells his subordinate to spy on.
No, it's we can't say nothing. So it's
able to do it because there's
why should I care?
If
I can't say nothing. Why should I care?
A ranking member of the CIA has terrible cybersecurity in his office. Sure. I'm really glad that the good guys just have everything lined up for them. Terrible cybersecurity, good win for floating into a prison, a guy who looks a lot like Drake, whose passport they can steal. I'm really glad they don't have to work for their victory. So after spying on Kane for a minute, they realize what's going on, and Franklin tells Dietrich to go after Drake and save him. But Dietrich was already doing that. He was already disobeying orders, and he was on his way to help. So we got stuck with two different characters separately angsting about whether or not they should save their friend.
Woo!
If they only needed one. Personally, I would suggest using Dietrich. Have him angst about it, and because we'd spend more time with him throughout the book, it would be
get fucked up, Taylor. Get fucked up, Taylor. With your little cute ass.
He deserves better than this, and I do owe him a lot. People who dislike each other learn to work together all the time. It would be
Dirge Canyon,
especially if he called in to Franklin and he told him what was going on, and then Franklin was just on board.
Isn't being that SmackDown and WWE this average
airfield
stuff all together going into WrestleMania 41 that's going to be in Saudi?
Easy way to put this, but he's described in a vaguely homoerotic fashion. But it was more than that. There was a presence about him.
I'm just saying.
A dominating air of command, and that went far beyond physical size. Monroe had been a leader of men, born to take them into battle, and despite everything, You remember that? That is exactly how love interests are described in erotica. So between that and the earlier sex scene, I'm wondering what Will Jordan might have published under other names. Drake's sister gets dragged in. He sees that she's all right, shaken up but unharmed, and then she gets dragged out immediately. And Monroe implies that he'll kill all of them. And then he thinks about Anya for a bit. It turns out he was kind of in love with her and was mad that she didn't like him back. He was also mad that she took credit for all his work, mostly. He was mad for taking credit for all his work. And then Kane actually lied to him and told him that she was going to go rogue, and so that's why he tried to kill her. Like, again, Kane set this all up. Kane was behind the whole operation. He sold Iraq WMDs to justify an invasion, but then they dismantled them, so there was no justification, but then they invaded anyways. Now they're just trying to cover up the weapons sales. So Kane got Monroe out of prison, and then he set up the rescue of Anya, then Monroe taking Jessica, like that whole thing, and then them finding Zavari. And this is a really
You know what? I'm gonna end it here.
Literally,
I'm
all
out.
you have to do is
I'm gonna
rescue
say
Anya, find
both
out who the
SmackDown
contact
and Worlds
is,
Collide
and
suck
eliminate them.
balls.
Like, Kane would just have to keep all the
Let me
players
see
separate and only
Should I
keep
end it
the
there? I don't know.
because this weird, convoluted Rube Goldberg machine of stupidity, it could have gone south 100 different ways before this point. Drake could have been killed at basically any point throughout all this. He could have, when he first got the phone call, told others about Monroe kidnapping his sister instead of just going along with it. DC traffic could have prevented their escape. The Saudis could have done their job and stopped him. Drake could have been unable to find a way out of the country. And maybe some of this could be excused by Kane working behind the scenes, but that would just lead to people being suspicious or investigating him doing it. Also, all the men who were with Monroe, those are private military contractors, mercenaries, and Kane hired them to help Monroe. Meaning there's a paper trail. Someone would figure out what he did at some point. Like, Kane could have done this with zero suspicion, and instead he killed a bunch of people and just created a huge shitstorm.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
And the thing is, on me and whatever else might happen.
What's up, CJAX525?
Just even he was. And after all this, he's still goes badly, and ultimately it does fail. Like, maybe.
I know, my nigga. They had Nia Jax about there.
Can't handle things, but he's just so paranoid and having control of it. He makes dumb mistakes. Like, it's not meant to be, so I have to assume there isn't anything on it. Something he did deliberately. So when Cody kills Bobby, right away, he gets rid of it, and then he beats up Anya for a bit, and then I say, like, oh, just finish her off before you idiot. But she's hitting him, she's dragging that back and makes sense. He makes a state of this, that doesn't make sense for a character. But while Anya is being hidden and gets such shrapnel out of the back, and gets the wall of he does it. It doesn't make sense because of its intent to pull out by a hand, and she later stabs him in the head. And it would be too good to pull off. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's still awesome. The value is that we spend 3.5 pages with her trying to track the note and thinking about how she really became a high-ranking CIA commander before she finally gets outside. That's what the shot. It really does feel like a sweet spot for this scene. As long as the build up, it's shortened to not be a boring. So anyway, a helicopter comes in on and it's deeper than his scene, and Anya freaks herself and stabs him over the strap. And then she takes his gun and kills 2 men, and she actually shoots him as well. But he runs off. I don't think we actually find out where he gets shot, but he doesn't die. And then he asks her to free him so that he can help, and then she just runs off. What a bitch. Drake is, however, able to grab some keys from a dead guard, and then he goes up to Jessica. And he saves her without any trouble, and then beats her around it. Drake explains things to him.
You know why he is where he is?
But I should fucking shoot you for all the
AEW. I'm serious. Cody Rhodes is where he is because of AEW.
First, we have to find Monroe. He's the only one to bring Kane down. It's playing too hard. It's playing too hard. So 2 hours of pressure drums for a graduate established action the way a child starts taking a path. Like I should be enjoyable, but I just don't care. It's not that I don't care, it's that I hate it. So on the top of the roll, opens up at 3 points, eventually throws her weapon away to fight hand in hand. Oh my god, that is literally the thing that the villain did at the end of Commando. Hey, remember how she got hit with a missile and has tracking wounds and how he has got caught? I guess this movie is set in a world where people just shrug off all wounds. Alright. Anyways, meanwhile, he's looking across the press shop, stop the phone, and then Monroe and Anya and for a little while drags up in his room and Monroe doesn't meet Anya because she's very weak, but she's also weak. And he blows and about to stab her, so he breaks his leg, and then he grabs his part of it, and he's after the Drake rise and shoots him. He survives and he runs off and the problem sits. But then the drone shoots with a missile and kills him. So it turns out fast was able to take the drone over. Like the computer setup that Monroe was using to take control of the drones, it was just sitting around. But it's a use it, I guess. Even though it was in the program, it looks like not using the drones for anything anytime soon. But there's more, because somehow Monroe survived the explosion from a missile after already being shot multiple times, and then all of them go and try to take it further, but the aim is done again, and then they shoot him and he dies. But he doesn't die right away. Exploding eyes and face, and just for a moment, look at
Bye to the base.
I'm not that makes up for that and like me. Oh my god. Okay, most dramatic, not automatic people better at that place. Like his last words honestly make his character a little confusing.
WrestlePalooza. No, it's for WrestlePalooza.
It's just hard to say. So Anya and Greg talked for a minute and realized like again, he was behind the whole thing, and he said she did not put it back in the company. Stay free and take down someone else. Greg actually tries to follow her to get help, but she shoots him in the stomach in order to prevent it. But it's not okay, whatever. She took out things to claim that he tried to put him in, but he betrayed him. But the thing that she really did shoot him, but she did betray him. That's not the lie here. But she avoided anything vital and also didn't puncture him out. Isn't that convenient?
Because Triple H slash TKO made a bunch of wrestling shows to compete with AEW shows that to a point they got the power to erase AEW when if Skydance slash Paramount buys Warner Brothers, they can erase AEW off the map that way because their wrestling deal with Warner Brothers is up in it, and they can erase AEW that way. So Triple H doesn't really care either way.
Franklin is going to say something about Kane's shenanigans, and he said proof. There will be an investigation, and it might bring up something else that could affect his career. So they have usually killed the show. They could wreck each other's careers. So then with the deal, Kane is due to be promoted to deputy CIA director soon, and people recommend that Franklin take his place as the head of the special activities division. He has a short monologue about how he once thought he could do some good and use the role in his position, and Franklin thinks it's so easy to keep his hands clean at this job.
If you say so, well, I'm just saying, if you say so, because just like Jade and Bianca, Charlotte Flair's doing all the heavy lifting like Beyonce did with Jade Cargill, because Alexa Bliss is not that good of a wrestler. That's just my opinion, Nick.
Information we just learned. Again, Kane thinks about how awesome Anya is, and she's coming for him. He's evil and gets everything. And then Jessica comes to visit Drake. Apparently, there was a whole cover story about kidnapping. She also told happened. He's mad at Drake now. Again, that's a good way to get arrested. And then Drake thinks
because he's the TNA champion, and they need him to promote TNA.
With his second chance, and he just said, "My job." And the book ends. Honestly, how pretty dull ending considering the subject.
Both speak deep and personal. You know, Sam's Club.
I'm not saying you're wrong, my nigga. I'm just saying you gotta tell Jade Cargill and Alexa Bliss are good wrestlers.
Engineered and built to last. We moved to the best and fine our tools. So we're absolutely competing with everybody here is up to the common brand. And we're no further than Harper for it.
That's my opinion.
Start your day. You will not compete.
Matter of the story. I really don't have a good place to put this in the viewing audience of this video, but it needs to be discussed. Will Jordan has made a movie based on his own books. Trailer is out. I believe the movie is out yet by the time the releases, but the trailer also doesn't put anything, so I can actually know. It's called Road to the End of the Story. I think it's meant, it's not a direct adaptation of any of the books, it's just meant to be an original story and told with the same characters, because there are no books in the series. I will say, look, much better title than Redemption. You know, it's about spy stuff, it's not a generic title, but I don't think it's going to be shooting novel. Those two it's generic one word title. It's annoying. Anyway, the trailer for Little Element in the story is bad.
You get it at Evolution. Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, the only reason she did it is because she's a blonde. You gotta have these two blondes face each other.
So yellow. What is that? I don't get it. I know it's not but this movie always just looks like shit. The acting is wooden, the dialogue is bad. I mean, the trailer came out this long. It's meant to sound cool, but it's just a weird way of talking. The action, at least from what you see here, it's called quick cuts, so you don't really get to see any of the choreography. Like it just seems low budget and that it just looks so big. It seriously is like something we went to a prop store and said,
"Oh, that was an old. Was that an old one or was that a new one? I don't know."
Really stupid. Like that's not really commenting on the quality of the filmmaking or anything, but it is very stupid.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm like, God damn, that show was bad. That show was bad. That SmackDown was bad. The Garbage, which one was it? It was like bad as fuck. God, just like America is all garbage. America sucks. God, I hate Florida. Florida is Robert DeSantis and all you right-wing MAGA bitches, all bitches, man. This country sucks. I'm sorry. I'm going to end it here. I'll see y'all later for... You know what? Yeah. Let's see, where is it?
Maybe now that Will Jordan knows how difficult it is to make a movie, he'll have more nuance in his future criticisms, and he won't, personally attack filmmakers and actors who do things he doesn't like.
Nope, he's gonna continue to do that.
It's not going to temper his future criticisms. Remember, all of his criticisms are just culture war bullshit. Anyways, that's the end of the movie interlude. It doesn't tie into my thoughts on Redemption, really, but I just needed to say something. So Redemption is not very good. Like, its plot is a mess. Its action isn't very exciting.
So yeah, let's watch a trailer of the upcoming #1 Sentai episode that's gonna come out, and then Kamen Rider Zindal as well.
Boring is the one word I would use.
So yeah, for number one Sentai Genjuru episode 30 preview, after getting his ass handed to him, Ryu sits down at being Genju Taizuru, but all of this someone steps up to take over his place in the team. That's gonna be kind of interesting because this whole thing is like about, oh, my Genjuru is a god, and the whole premise of this Sentai is marriage. No, because the whole powering thing is the allegory of getting married and shit, and the whole wishes you wish for something when you get married and something, and then you can wish for anything, and then also you tie in the whole I don't get the whole fight, the whole versus thing, but it's like they're all fighting for their wish and love and whatever they want, they can wish for it, and they got their giant mechas as their gods that grants it. So it's kind of weird, this Sentai Genjuru.
That's the only level it aspires to.
So let's watch the trailer.
Kind of cool. It reminds me a lot more information.
God damn, Genjuru is funny, is weird and funny as fuck.
How to make the audience care about what's happening. You know, like this.
Wake up! Ah, a buddy.
That other people have their own feelings and thoughts.
That is some fucked up shit. That is some fucked up shit there. That's some fucked up shit. And that's number one Genjuru's trailer. And now let's do the new Kamen Rider series one. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Oh, let's see. Is this it?
But he also killed a child in the backstory and possibly did other nasty stuff. Like, that gray morality isn't really focused on, and there's not much to him besides that. Maybe he's an alcoholic, but it doesn't affect anything, and the book honestly seems to forget about it most of the time. So what is there to say about Ryan Drake? Not a lot. Like, most thrillers are competency porn. You know, competency porn is just like watching
Sabi-san, really I like how our main writer's whole premise is he only becomes the main writer in his dream as agent number 07. It's like funny. It's funny to me. It's like it's all in his fucking head, but it's all is true because the monsters that attack people, aka these dream monsters, are real, but they all coincide in the dream world. So there you go. It's like weird. It's fucking weird. That's what I love about Super Sentai / Tokusatsu. It's a lot better than American stuff.
Because audiences are, and then you say people.
I'm like, motherfuckers, like, this is fucking goofy as fuck. In his dream, he's this secret agent type character in his dream, but in the real world, he's just a normal guy, but he has a special gift that enables him to be that guy in his real world, but in his dream world, he is the hero, but isn't. Confusing, isn't it? It's fucking confusing. Kamen Rider Zenzi. That's all a fucking dream, dog. It's all a fucking dream. Kamen Rider Zenzi.
And I don't have a good place to put this either. But the characters in the book refer to Anya as a paramilitary leader.
I'm like, I'm the Agent number 7. I'm like, motherfucker, the Zenzu driver,
It's not the same as being in a paramilitary.
I like how he wears it around his waist and not around his the belt buckle. It's not a belt buckle like thing, but it's like a fanny pack. It's like a fanny pack. His Zenzu driver, it's like a fanny pack, not a belt. It is a belt. It's a driver, but it's not. He doesn't wear it the same as other riders.
Suddenly he's great. There's no evil stuff. He's a heroin addict now.
It is
And
the capsule, huh?
If they had spent time on that hill, he used to be a decent guy.
Good morning, agent number 7.
I think I would have been really into
The capsule, the capsule capsule.
And that also could have been he gets hoisted by his own petard, as it were. So he's just an idiot, and we're supposed to think that he's smart and dangerous. And everyone else,
Capsule driver. I'm like, what the? I kind of get that little hair piece right there, but it's weird that that's a thing with him.
Very little build up, a lot of
Absolute. I might. Let's see. Zen! Comrade Zen! Comrade Zen!
Even when they're criticizing him with Campbell, they used to call him killer, but I think that's too generous. I think redemption aspires to be formulaic. You can imagine anything beyond.
I like how they kind of took a liberty with his motorcycle is somewhat sentient, kind of like how they did in Kamen Rider Black and Black RX, aka Mass Rider, with his motorcycle. It's kind of sentient like that. That's what it kind of reminds me of Kamen Rider RX or Kamen Rider Black, aka Mass Rider, to all you American Kamen Rider fans who remember Mass Rider. I remember Mass Rider because of the crossover with the Mighty Morphin, but I also watched the show as well, but it was garbage. I'm gonna say I prefer Kamen Rider Dragon Knight over Mass Rider any day when it comes to my American adaptation of Kamen Rider, aka Kamen Rider Ryuki. And that's kind of sad because those are the only two that got an adaptation in America. Kamen Rider RX/Black and Kamen Rider Ryuki into Mass Rider / Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Grasshopper insect suit.
The thing is, this book came out in 2012. That is before the Drinker started on YouTube. One of the oldest videos of the channel was actually a trailer for the book, and it was several years
Zeddy.
after that he started.
Zeddy. New Orbs. New transformation. Bye. Bandai of Japan. Zen capsules.
No matter how many of them he puts out. He's not going to know this. He's going to be known as a 40-year-old.
Stop. I'm like, damn. I like that he got a special to show you all his upgrades. Zenny A new for Colorado City. Myrick Castle. Gloria. Gary. NJ. Gaia. Gravity. Grab. I like how they're showcasing all his upgrades in 7 minute 49 minute trailer special. It's a mini special.
And
Oi! 30!
but you know, appreciate it. You're cool.
Night! Great. And Rider Kid. Jab, jab, jab! Missed out. Good job.
And Zenitech 89. You're cool. I like you. Without you, if you want access,
and all of that was in his head. All that was a dream. That was a fucking dream, dog. That was a fucking. Oh, was it? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome that his motorcycle it's also has an AI, but it's also a transformer. So it could also transform into a robot. I like that. It's like kind of like Kamen Rider, not Kamen Rider up with the Fives, Fives, kind of like Fives bike. It transformed into a robot itself as well. And the reason I remember that because a Kamen Rider Decade did a tribute to Kamen Rider Fives, where his bicycle transformed into Fives motorcycle and it like turned into a robot. So yeah, that's what it kind of also reminds me of is Kamen Rider Fives. Simon. And it also kind of reminds me of Kamen Rider Go Buster. Yeah, not Kamen Rider, but Go Buster / Power Ranger RPM. Bye, bye, bye. Bye for Bandai Japan. Bye, bye, bye. Bandai Japan. What? That's what this is. Is a giant. It's a 7.49 minute toy commercial. It's literally a toy commercial, dog. It's literally a toy commercial. Bye, bye, bye. The role playing toys. Bye, bye, bye. Yeah, you want this, kids? You want this? Yeah, you better beg your mom and dad to order this on Japan, Bandai from Japan, or any other online stores to ship this to your house, dude. Good luck. Good luck. That was a mini episode. So yeah, that was literally a mini episode of Zenny Transformation Core episode. So yeah, that's all it was. It was like a mini Transformation Core episode 1. So it's like literally a special. So it's like a special in the series itself and not a trailer for the latest episode. So here's the latest episode trailer right here. Episode Kamen Rider Zenny episode 2 preview. Next Sunday morning on the second episode of Kamen Rider Zenny, brings Baku, who is now an agent in a Kamen Rider, confirmed his second mission with the help of his super machine Zero. Yeah, we just saw that special that teased Machine Zero. So let's go with the preview. Sakazakari. Bike Boo! Michael Bay explosion! Michael Bay explosion, motherfucker! Michael Bay explosion. Super Saiyan! Michael Bay explosion! Agent 7! Kokoro! Akira! Case Code Crime 2. Okuro! So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed that one. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. I'll see you. Other than that, I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok as well, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I'll see you next time for number 1 Sentai Genshiru in Kamen Rider Zenu, the new Kamen Rider series. So yeah, I'll see you then. I'm out.